Good afternoon and welcome to the 2013 National Men's Soccer Game of the Week presented by the NSCAA and Admiral Soccer. This afternoon's National Spotlight includes Grace College and Indiana Wesleyan here in beautiful Winona Lake, Indiana for a hot afternoon here in late September in the north central part of the state of Indiana. I'm Kyle Robbins alongside Adam Basinger, former Grace College soccer player. And Adam, happy to be here in Winona Lake and happy for you to join us for this one.
Yeah, it's a great day for soccer here in Winona Lake, and just glad to have Torbo Sports Group here for the National Game of the Week. Absolutely.
We're happy to be here, happy to bring this one to you on a national audience here on NSCAATV.com. Hope you're in for a good one between two, really, Adam, two Crossroads League rivals, if I could get talking here today. Of course, Indiana Wesleyan 7-2 on the year, Grace 5-2. For the audience at home that might not be super familiar with Grace College, give us a little bit of background first on this program, and then also maybe a little bit about this university.
Yeah, this is a program that's been here for 40-some years, and Coach Matt Hodgkin here in his sixth season, he's really revamped the program, really brought in a lot of quality recruits.
Yes, certainly. Actually, Coach Matt Hodgkins, I had the chance to speak to him before the game, and we'll have a listen to what he said right now whenever you're ready. Matt Hodgkin, right?
Yeah.
So, okay. I want to make sure I'm not.
No S on the end of that.
Kyle Robbins here alongside Grace Soccer head coach Matt Hodgkin. Matt, happy to be here in beautiful Winona Lake, Indiana. Take us through a little bit. The national viewing audience might have not seen Grace Soccer take the field before. What will we see in your team tonight? What have you been preaching throughout the course of the week in practice to prepare your team for Indiana Wesleyan?
Well, really, it goes back a little bit longer than this last week. This opportunity for us is one of those opportunities that is really special for us. We've been a program that over the last 5 years we've been trying to rebuild, and finally getting to the point where we're competing against some of the better teams in the country. And so this opportunity for us is an opportunity to kind of expose our guys to some of the national level. Also give our guys an opportunity to play with a national audience. It's huge for us. So in preparation for this week, though, we've really been trying to get our guys to focus on the basic things that we've been working on over the last few years. The last couple years with Indiana Wesleyan, we've really climbed out of the basement and gotten some good results against them, and so that's been fortunate for us. Our guys are confident today. We know that we can play well against this team, even though they're a solid side. We know that we can get a good result.
Certainly, this Indiana Wesleyan side picking up that one over last year's national champion Belhaven not that long ago. Certainly a well-coached game squad that you'll face tonight. What do you see in them, and is there anything that concerns you heading into this matchup?
Well, they're a very simple team in how they play. They're very patient. They've only given up 6 goals this year, and it's one of those teams that really works to defend their goal first. But even in their possession, they don't turn the ball over very much. So you've got a team that plays pretty basic soccer. Everybody has a role. Everybody does their job. And so for us, I think that's one of the things we've been focusing on too, is just the ability to play simple soccer out here. Don't make the game too difficult.
You mentioned it right there, simple soccer. What's the last thing you say before you send your guys out on the pitch tonight?
Go after it right away. This is one of those rivalries. We've had rivalry games with Indiana Wesleyan, and this is not a game where we really want to let the game come to us. We know that.
And back here, of course, here in Winona Lake, Indiana, Kyle Robbins alongside Adam Basinger. Adam, the other team here involved in this matchup, Indiana Wesleyan. This is a program that already this year has knocked off a team that we previously saw on the Torbo Sports National Men's Soccer Game of the Week. Belhaven, down in Indiana Wesleyan at the earlier part of that tournament. Tell the viewers at home a little bit about that this Indiana Wesleyan program. Traditionally, of course, what they were like when you were here, and a little bit of what they've turned into now.
Yeah, this Indiana Wesleyan's a big rival of Grace's, and as far as the program, they're always top in the Crossroads League. I know over the past 5 or 6 years, they've always been in the national conversation, whether it's at the NAI level or the National Christian College level. So very good team, very well coached. You know, a tough opponent, and playing against them twice, it was just always it was a battle. Like we were scrapping, and just two teams and two good programs.
Of course, and we had the privilege of speaking with head coach Mark Castro before the game, and this is what he had to say. Grace, obviously familiar opponent. What do you see out of them? What do you know that they're going to bring to the table tonight?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Whenever you're ready. Kyle Robbins here with head coach Mark Castro of Indiana Wesleyan. Coach, tell us a little bit about the season so far. 7-2 on the year. Big win over Belhaven at your home place not that long ago here, just a couple weeks ago. Take us through a little bit of the season so far, how your squad's progressed.
Well, first started off, we had a tremendous trip to New Zealand, where we spent about 9 days over in New Zealand. It was actually on a missions trip there, and that kind of helped start the season off on a good start, bringing the guys together. And our out-of-league play before the league actually started was a very tough league, or a very tough schedule, hoping to prepare us for the league. And had some pretty tough games. Actually had the national champions, Belhaven, at our place, and we were able to put together a good result and a good performance against them. The week before, we played number 9 in the nation, Rio, and put together a good performance. We ended up losing that game in the 88th minute, 1-0. And but that really helped us prepare for the other games that we've been playing. So we're currently 18th in the nation for the NEI, and playing with a little bit of confidence right now.
Coach, and then moving in here to the Crossroads Conference slate, here with a very familiar opponent in Grace. What have been your points of emphasis tactically to your squad through this half week of training coming up to this one?
It's really interesting how much the home field advantage for each team just really plays into the way that they play, the vibe, the energy, and certainly the result as well. And so being here at Grace, it's a beautiful place. The pitch looks absolutely fantastic. And but that's what Grace is used to, and it's a little bit smaller than the field at Indiana Wesleyan that we're used to. So space is going to be at a premium. So we're going to try to find ways to find space on the field and try to exploit that as quickly as possible. We know Grace is amped up, and they'll be a very difficult opponent today for us. Finding ways to break their block, going through, going around, going up over the top is just going to be decisions that we're going to have to make as the game progresses along, and hopefully that block that Grace will be in will break down. And then from a defensive standpoint for us is not getting caught on the transition. And any type of opportunities that they have to go quickly on the transition, we've got to make sure our back four are really tight and lined up and forcing Grace to go out wide and not through us. And not really giving them very many opportunities. On the other side, on the offensive side, we feel like we're going to create opportunities. I think it's just a matter of being able to put that ball in the back of the net. And we want to try to obviously get on the board first so we don't have to chase the game and have Grace chase after us. But it's going to be a battle today. We know.
Grace, obviously familiar opponent. And back out now with you here at Miller Field, Winona Lake, Indiana. Of course, that was head coach Mark Castro from Indiana Wesleyan. When we come back, we'll have opening kickoff here from Winona Lake. This is the Turbo Sports National Men's Soccer Game of the Week on NSCAA TV.
Each year, the NSCAA puts over 7,000 coaches through our coaching education program. Youth, high school, and college coaches at all levels participate in the diploma courses. Join your peers and get educated. Better coaching, better players, better game. NSCAA Coaching Academy. Improving soccer, one coach at a time. Register today at nscaa.com/education.
Tra-la-la, tra-la, tra-la. Pleasure.
Grace College. Rethink education.
So, what's better, Grace or no Grace?
Grace!
What do you think? Do you know what Grace is?
Grace is a thing you
Oh.
Tea, and you get plates and French fries and pizza.
Mm-hmm. From Grace. You get all that from Grace?
Grace College.
Oh, Grace College.
Yeah, Grace.
Of course.
College.
It's not complicated. Grace is better. Grace brings you bright minds and brilliant hearts. Grace College. Rethink education.
So.
Welcome back out here, Miller Field in Winona Lake, Indiana. Indiana Wesleyan and Grace here, 2013 Turbo Men's Soccer National Game of the Week. I'm Kyle Robbins alongside former Grace soccer player Adam Bassinger. And Adam, we turn here now to the starting lineups for both of these squads. In goal tonight for Indiana Wesleyan, they'll play a 4-1-3-2 taking the field tonight. In goal tonight will be Josh Gepper. Across the back of the formation, Tad Gilbert, Dylan Bronkema, Tyrone Martin, and Luis Orozco. Playing in that supportive midfield role will be number 4, Kyle Beamers. And then across the top of the formation in the midfield, Keaton Albert, Jeff Bowman, and Jacob Bierman. Sitting on top of the formation, the goal scorers, as intended for the Wildcats tonight, number 9, Corey Lopez, and number 18, Sam Kane. Turning now to the homestand in Grace Lancers, the squad that you're very familiar with, Adam. In goal tonight, Jacob Cole. They'll play a 4-3-3 across this lineup. Across the back of the line, Danilo Carnelos, Justin Festa, Ben Bassus, and Ben Cahill. In the middle of the formation, Gift Sivakume will play that supporting midfield role in the center of the field. Trent Smith on the left and Nikola Blazic on the right. Across the top, Austin Ultimus, Stephen Fiema, and John Christensen. Obviously, Adam, you're a couple years removed from this program, but a guy to maybe key on for Grace tonight, somebody that you might highlight as a man to watch, or maybe say a pregame man of the match for this squad.
Someone for Grace that I would definitely see as that role, Stephen Fiema. He has 6 goals, 4 assists throughout this early part of this season. He's been a real good scoring force for Grace this year, and as far as last year as well. Of course, and I had mentioned to me a name before the game as well, and that's Gift Sibakome, the young man from South Africa, the role that he'll play holding down the midfield role for this squad. Talk a little bit about about this program in terms of how you were prepared tactically as a player here in this game. In terms of, did you guys normally play that 4-3-3? You know, how is Coach transitioned this team into what this program's become now? Yeah, sure. I know, obviously, player personnel going in and out, but we mainly played a 4-3-3. Really, the midfield is a big area, part of this offense. Gift, just a big part of him getting acclimated to American soccer was huge, and he really facilitates things in the middle. As far as when I was here, we always knew this was going to be a physical game, so defenders really got to mark up, really got to be stand their ground when it comes to the offensive players coming in there, and also being able to win the ball in the midfield. That's a big area as well. Give me one key for this game here on the early on in the Crossroads League Conference schedule. Give me a key here early on for both Grace and Indiana Wesleyan. Coming out quickly here, what's the first thing that they've got to focus on when they get on the pitch tonight? For Grace, they're a really high-powered offense so far this season. As far as Indiana Wesleyan, we've heard about their defense, really stout defense. So, Grace is going to try to get in there, go after it, but Indiana Wesleyan's a stout defense back there. Of course, Grace, as you mentioned, number 4 in the country in goals per game. Indiana Wesleyan,
number 3 in the country in shutouts with 5 on the season. Obviously, this Indiana Wesleyan team, they've gone up against the Giants thus far this year. As we've mentioned, taking down Belhaven. They dropped a previous game to Ryle, excuse me. Obviously, Grace, you know, a little bit, Coach mentioned it, a little bit new to the stage in terms of this national prominence. Do you think it's going to be an issue? Maybe the spotlight for the guys tonight.
Yeah, sure. You know, anytime you play against a top-ranked opponent, you know, it's going to be a hard-fought game. You really got to make sure you come out, you know, really enthusiastic, intensity, keep it up. But, you know, one question for Grace is, have they been tested? They've outscored their opponents 20-1 over the last 3 games. And, you know, Indiana Wesleyan really hasn't scored many goals on paper, but certainly their defense is where it's at. And
certainly a competitive Crossroads conference this year. Of course, you have Indiana Wesleyan ranked, they said on the pregame, PA 20th, but I believe they're ranked 18th in the country. Obviously, a high-powered squad in Grace. A Spring Arbor team that I personally saw earlier this year in our very first Torbo Sportsman Soccer Game of the Week this year. Knock off Lindsey Wilson. This game's got conference championship implications certainly here early on in the season.
Yeah, it really does. Just over the past few years, the Crossroads League has been ultra competitive. Just like, as you said, beating Lindsey Wilson. That's a top program that I've heard of that are constantly in the national spotlight. So Crossroads League is improving and tough matches.
Put 45 on the clock, and we're set to go here from Winona Lake. Beautiful day for soccer from Middlefield. I'm Kyle Robbins. He's Adam Bassinger. Thank you all for joining us here on NSCAATV.com. This is the 2013 Torbo Men's Soccer Game of the Week. Started with a big boot down into the corner flag. Battling down there will be, as we can try to get a number on it, I believe that's Stephen Fema. As Grace looking to start quick with a big boot down into the corner. Not able to do much with that, Adam, and probably not the way that they wanted to start with initial possession.
Yeah, that's hard to get things started, just kind of dumping it in there and not really getting on the result. But that's something they'll look to do the rest of this game.
Certainly it'll be interesting to see who takes control of possession here early on. FEMA already active with a couple of balls, but we'll come back the other way here with Indiana Wesleyan. We'll see, maybe a little bit of an early start, certainly not a late game. Guys normally just now getting out of class at this time. We'll see if the game takes a little bit to pick up. And, really for a late September game, kind of warm today, so that's something to keep an eye on as well.
Yeah, it is kind of an unseasonably warm temperature here for late September, but certainly a great day for soccer regardless.
Off the foot of Indiana Wesleyan, out of play, throw-in coming, and here's an opportunity for Grace to strike first here. Here's Ultimus on the sideline, laying it off this time to Blazic. Across the back, they'll switch. Here's Sibakome, the guy to keep an eye on. Played down into the corner, an opportunity. Here's Ultimus, he'll look to swing one in. And that one just rolled over the end line. Nothing yet going thus far, but just 90 minutes in here. Adam.
Yeah, certainly. We've just seen here in the last 2 really good possessions for Grace, they've tried to dump it into the corner. So it'd be interesting to see how that facilitates throughout the game.
Kyle Beamer's here, the guy that might be one to keep an eye on here for Indiana Wesleyan. He's the holding midfielder, and certainly for a squad like Grace tonight that likes to score a lot of goals, well, don't they all, but has scored a lot of goals, might be a guy to keep an eye on in holding midfield.
Yeah, certainly.
Here's Grace trying to bring it back the other way. Will we get a flag up? No, as they'll maintain possession back here. Starting this one from the back will be Trent Smith. In a left midfield position, playing just a little bit tucked closer toward the center circle. Is that something that we should probably expect to see from Grace tonight in that 4-3-3 rather than Smith coming out wide frequently?
Yeah, I mean, anytime the ball's in the midfield, you really want to have a number of guys there. Just see how Gift here facilitates things for Grace.
Absolutely. All the way over here to Cahill. He'll make a one-on-run opportunity, but taken away. Beautiful play that time. Nice opportunity by Orozco. He'll maintain in the middle of the field. Taken away, active already, is Smith. Indiana Wesleyan so far not able to corral much, not able to get much going here, but they've been a team known to strike late. Of course, picking up that overtime win over Belhaven earlier on in the year.
Yeah, early on here, Indiana Wesleyan hasn't gotten a whole lot 10 yards past the midfield area. Grace has done a great job in defense, stepping, marking here in the early going.
Grace playing here near on our sideline. Here's FEMA with an opportunity. Off to Sibakome and back to FEMA, but taken away. Sibakome, the South African, looking to battle tonight in this Crossroads Conference rivalry here on Wednesday afternoon. Take it the other way. Here's our first opportunity. Corey Lopez battling this time with Ben Bassus. Bassus will get the best of it, but not still out of danger here for the Lancers. Here's the first opportunity here for the Wildcats.
That was a great run there by Indiana Wesleyan, getting the ball in deep. Great job by Bassus there, able to kind of muscle him off the ball there as well.
Throw-in coming this time from Jacob Bierman. He'll look to take a long throw here into the box. We'll see if an opportunity can't come out of this one. Headed out of way, no question that time, but Sibakome. Here on the near sideline, working for Indiana Wesleyan, will be, as soon as we can get a number on that, that's Beamers, of course, as the ball bounces off the official, trying to control it, and a man down quickly here for Indiana Wesleyan. Bron came to the back. Windy day here, of course, as well at Miller Field as we try to hang on to our sheets. A day that you need a paperweight here out on this field, but of course, nice for the players to keep keep it light out there, not too hot. Sibakome coming the other way, calling for the ball on this near side is Cahill. Sibakome working inside. Here's an opportunity for FEMA on goal. Save. Back at it. Ultimates, no. And back coming the other way, here's Indiana Wesleyan.
That was a great 1-2 move there by Grace there.
2 shots on goal early on thus far from Grace, and you mentioned it, Adam. This is a team that likes to strike often and early. Indiana Wesleyan trying to get something going here. They had the one counter opportunity, but nothing again thus far. Here's Bowman. Now to the feet of Kane, but couldn't corral it, and back the other way for the Lancers.
Yeah, something I've noticed for Indiana Wesleyan, even when they have their run-ins on goal, there really haven't been many active players around them looking for the ball.
Kane, an easy man to spot out there on the field tonight with the wild bleach blonde hair. You can keep an eye on him playing at the top of the formation for the Wildcats all night long this evening. Far sideline battling will be Albert. He'll go down hard, and it looks like we've got our first set-piece opportunity of this game thus far for Indiana Wesleyan. Taking this one will be Jeff Bowman.
Yeah, key for Grace here on these free kicks and even crosses coming in on corner kicks later on in the game. Really got to make sure you're marking. You can kind of get lax and forget where you're at, and really need to be on top of things in defense.
Guys to keep an eye on here, Bierman, Lopez up for this one, as well as Glibbert. Coming in, trying to get a foot on it was Albert. Couldn't do anything with it. Ball still remaining in the box. Got to get it out of danger. A shot coming on, no. Orozco wanted to take a strike, but couldn't do anything with it. Kane will switch this one back up here, but clear out of the box, no problem. Here's an opportunity to counter coming up for the Lancers. Battling now is Festa. Can't get it out of trouble. 3 white shirts in there, and finally away brings it to Sibakome. Excellent class that time to bring that one out of trouble.
Yeah, that was a great job by the defense and getting it into the midfield. Really, the midfield's done a great job here in the early minutes, just getting things facilitated up towards the offensive end.
Orozco now. Kane dropping all the way back into the middle of the midfield to pick up possession. Battling along the near sideline here, right where in front of where we're standing. Indiana Wesleyan Grace trying to take an early lead. Here come the Wildcats on the break. This is Albert. Tried to lay it off to Kane. Nothing doing there. And you can see the speed of this game start to pick up here, Adam.
Yeah, certainly. Both teams really came out firing. Grace especially, they've done a great job of keeping the intensity up even 15 minutes into this game.
And really quite a nice student section as well from Grace tonight. The students coming out to support the Lancers against this Crossroads Conference rival in Indiana Wesleyan. Here's an opportunity for FEMA looking to swing one in. Going to get a man on the end of it? No, because that one will be knocked out of play. First set-piece opportunity here for Grace on a corner kick from the far sideline. Taking this one will be Sibakome. Guys to keep an eye in on the box. Ben Cahill coming up from that right back position. Also in there is Ultimus.
And really every player for Grace except 2 are up in the box. So really need to be active here on these set pieces.
Maybe keep an eye on the big man Cahill. Sibicome will look to swing this one in. Coming far post, and well done that time by Gepper to come up and take that one away.
Yeah, as a gift on that, I'd like to get it a little further out from the keeper, at least so you can get one of your guys maybe an opportunity at it, but that's the first one.
Big boot into this one for Gepper, and here's an opportunity for Kane coming 1-on-4. Nobody there to lay it off to, and we'll just boot this one back way down to Gepper, and we'll start all over. Beautiful facility, though, here at Grace College. You guys, the first comment that was made to me when we showed up here was, "Wow, this is the one of the most well-manicured pitches I think that I've seen in NAIA soccer, for that matter, anywhere across the country."
Yeah, the groundskeepers here do a phenomenal job here on the field, and even the rest of Miller Athletic Complex.
Here's an opportunity here for Indiana Wesleyan, but that one taken away as this ball will come right over to us here, as we'll have a throw-in right in front of us here for Indiana Wesleyan. Bierman will take this one and set this up for Orozco. A set-piece-like opportunity coming all the way over to Kane, looking to flick on, but that one's over the top of his head. Battling in the corner against Arnelos, and that one will be taken out of bounds, and quickly Kane will take it back in play. Indiana Wesleyan looking to apply pressure here. On frame that time from Jeff Bowman. Well done to redirect that one, but easily there was Jacob Cole. Not too threatening there.
Yeah, not too threatening. Ben Cahill there, after he headed that, he was really talking to his defenders, making, hey, make sure you got that guy. Don't let him float free.
Certainly, though, Indiana Wesleyan looking to apply pressure here. Here comes Keaton Albert using that speed down the far sideline, but an excellent tackle that time on this side by Carnelos. As we'll look to restart here. 34:50 to go here in this first half, just about 11 minutes in, call it the 12th minute. Throw-in coming from Kane, looking to flick on, but not much on the end of that one. Trying to go up for it was Bowman, but battling against the bigger Grace defenders couldn't do much.
Yeah, it was a great job there again by the Grace defenders to get high in on that.
Here's an opportunity, though. Sam Kane has been active early, but it seems like, we've seen this time and time again. Kane's been there, but he's got nobody there with him. Can't seem to connect with anyone once he gets inside the box, inside about 25 yards.
Yeah, there really hasn't been a lot of movement from supporting players, even to get one or maybe two guys in there. Just him by himself right now.
Kane a little bit overzealous right there with the offside flag coming up that time. Don't forget you can purchase a video download of any contest of this fall's Game of the Week series by heading to our website at www.turbosportsgroup.com. Make the order and Turbo Sports will send you an email link to download the game for full for yours to keep forever. Trying to come the other way here is Grace. Ben Cahill. Laid off to Basus. Back to Cahill, looking to work the near sideline. Challenge on. Pressure coming from Indiana Wesleyan. Still battling through. Ultimates will bring this one away. Lay it off, trying to work out FEMA. The man playing on top tonight. Looking wide this time, an opportunity for Christensen. Back into FEMA. Battling along the top of the box. And taken away. Couldn't quite just get off an opportunity there, but an excellent run by FEMA.
Yeah, it was a great run by FEMA. There are a lot of 1-2 passes in there that really got the ball forward for Grace.
Indiana Wesleyan will look to switch fields here. Lopez battling back here by himself, no support, and that one will come all the way to Cole on the back here in goal. Grace looking to restart here. Nobody, nothing doing along that far sideline. We've really seen the primary point of play here be this near sideline where we've been all game. The right side seeming to be successful for Grace on the attack thus far.
Yeah, certainly FEMA being on that right side. He does float a little bit, but being on that right side, he's really a key guy. And Austin Altimus as well, who has a number of goals on the season. So that's really the right side is where the offense is at.
Here comes an opportunity for Lopez to show his speed. One-on-one opportunity, but that'll be headed all the way back to Cole. Excellent job there by Basus to win that one-on-one ball.
Yeah, he's a great on-ball defender. Really muscles you, shoulders you out, and that's something you got to do at this level. Really get your shoulder in there and body up to somebody. Throw
in here coming for Grace College. This one will be Subakome. Trying to maintain possession and get something going forward here for Grace. Orozco now. Laid off to, this time it will be Bierman. Now, here we go. Maybe something moving here for Grace. Here's an opportunity. FEMA, can he beat the keeper to this one? No. Not much in the flow of this game thus far, but a player down, and that's Luis Orozco for Indiana Wesleyan. Hopefully he's all right as we have a stoppage of play here. Adam, we will just want to remind you that you can join us for soccer's biggest party, January 15th and 19th in Philadelphia. Network and learn with your coaching peers, administrators, referees, business leaders, players, and fans at the 2014 NSCAA Convention. No other event matches the excitement and energy of these jam-packed 4 days. Visit nscaa.com/convention for details and to register today. I had the pleasure of attending this year's convention at Indianapolis, had the 2013 MLS Super Draft there, where we saw actually a handful of NAIA players, and this happens every year, get drafted in that event, and really fantastic. You know, that's what I've been impressed with since I've started doing these games, and had the pleasure to be here. The quality of NAIA soccer. If you don't get the chance to check it out every day, hope you're joining us tonight for a fantastic one here in Winona Lake, Indiana, Indiana Wesleyan, and Grace College. Back coming the other way here for Grace. They've had 2 shots on goal early and a couple of opportunities. Just the one for Indiana Wesleyan with the header on frame by Jeff Bowman. Adam, your assessment of play thus far, now 15 minutes in.
It's been a great, start to this game for both teams, really. Grace has really done a great job of facilitating in the middle. A lot of 1-2 passes, able to spring FEMA and a couple others free. But for Indiana Wesleyan, they're trying to go down the sides, but really not a lot of movement other than the guy with the ball. So just something that they need to work on.
Here's an opportunity for FEMA now. Battling one-on-one. Near the corner flag. Probably try to bounce this one off an Indiana Wesleyan player and out of play, but just the opposite, and kind of an opportunity missed there for the Lancers.
Yeah, FEMA kind of got in there a little deep, but Grace, you need to kind of get in there, kind of help him out. He was looking for somebody trying to get it out of the corner there.
Orozco up and healthy, and he'll look to restart this one, play it into Kane or Lopez here up top. Not able to do so, but here's Albert battling one-on-one. And we'll get a whistle. Which way will that flag point? And we will have a long set-piece opportunity here for IWU.
Yeah, that was kind of a 50-50 ball there for the defender. He couldn't really go in there strong with that. Kind of had to wait for it to bounce. But another opportunity here for Indiana Wesleyan.
Indiana Wesleyan will pack the box here. They'll look to drive this one in and have an opportunity. Tyrone Martin will take this one from about 40. Opportunity coming in, and couldn't quite get ahead on it, could Keaton Albert. But a pretty good driving ball in there to the box, though, Adam. Is that necessarily the approach there? I would personally, you think you might like to see put a little more height on that one, set somebody up with a little more of an opportunity. A little bit much on that one from Martin.
Yeah, that was a little. It's hard being straight on to try to float one in there over the top. Maybe try to get something short to get something started.
Here comes Kane trying to bring possession. He's been active early along with Lopez and especially Keaton Albert. These 3 guys up top for Indiana Wesleyan doing a fantastic job, or so to speak. Keaton Albert from that right midfield position. Really both teams, we mentioned it for Grace, but as well Indiana Wesleyan working down that right side as well. Albert has been fantastic so far for Indiana Wesleyan.
Yeah, coming down the sideline for Indiana Wesleyan, even having Kane get involved in there as well. Seems to be the right side is really for both offenses where it starts.
Albert to Kane trying to hook up there and flip that one off to Bowman in the center of midfield, but unable to do so. But so they'll go right back and restart it again. FEMA trying to get involved, but since that early flurry from Grace, not much sense in Indiana Wesleyan really holding down possession for about the last, call it, 5, 6, 7 minutes here.
Yeah, I think the guys are starting to settle into the pace of the game. Both team came out with intensity, but now you start to get into the normal flow of the game where you're kind of adrenaline's kind of worn off a little bit maybe, but you still got to stay intense out there.
Opportunity here for Grace to come down here the far sideline. This one will be working for John Christensen, but couldn't get to that one. It'll be laid all the way back off to Gepper, and he'll look to play a boot downfield. Pace of the game has slowed a little bit here, but not for Ben Cahill. He'll look to stay active. He's been quite impressive on this right back position thus far. But here's an opportunity for Austin Altimus if he can beat him to the corner. That ball is out of play for a throw-in for Grace. And here's our first substitution of the game, Devin Kimmerer for Grace College entering the ballgame. He'll step in for John Christensen. He'll play that he'll play that left wing position for Grace College.
Yeah, he's a real physical guy, so look to see him get involved right away.
Long throw here into the box, and that one will be headed away by Tyrone Martin. As Cahill continues to battle, it'll bounce back over to Altimus. They'll look to swing one in here from Civicome. Altimus now working. Opportunity into the box for FEMA, but headed away. Coming back out, the first man on the field. That's a nice first touch, though. Excuse me. That was Kimmerer. I thought it was Kimmerer, then I thought it was FEMA. We're a little far away here on the opposite side of the field, but a nice first touch there by Kimmerer to get himself involved in this ball game.
Yeah, nobody marked him there on the backside. That was kind of a ball that squirted through that he was right there, Johnny on the spot, but keeper made a great save.
There comes another opportunity here for FEMA. Might look to work the middle of the field, trying to work off Altimus. FEMA, a big, fast guy there at the top of the formation. He's been very active early thus far.
Yeah, it's kind of the contrasting style to what Grace has done here. They've really done a great job of controlling the middle with 1-2, but when he gets the ball, he's a dynamic player that, he just wants to go at somebody and try to get on goal.
Throw in, though, coming back the other way here for Indiana Wesleyan. This one will be taken by Orozco, headed on that time by Bowman. Beamers will settle with it in the midfield. Play all the way back to the center back position, and they'll look to work the near side here to Jacob Bierman. Bierman has time and space, looking to distribute. Here into the middle of the field, he'll look for Albert. Albert now trying to work off of him. He'll lay it all the way back down to the back to Glibbert. Albert again, 2 men on, working that 1-1 passing with Glibbert here. Getting more and more physical as this game progresses. As we've seen, it's slowed down a bit. The physicality certainly has not. Corey Lopez now, corner ball. And as we continue to see the physicality go, there's 2 Grace players that we just saw drop down in just a couple of minutes. It looked like just a second ago, I believe, Ben Bassus caught one kind of in the face. It looked like a minute ago from Keaton Albert.
Yeah, certainly the physicality is going to be in soccer, but the referee has done a pretty good job so far of keeping things under control, keeping this game, the competitiveness there.
Certainly, I'd have to be mindful of that in a rivalry game as well. Grace will look to take their time bringing this one up into the midfield third. Dropping all the way back to South African, Civicome, switching fields with it. On that far sideline, trying to work will be, I believe we've had a new substitution in the game. We'll identify that for you in just a second, I believe. Or excuse me, that is Kimmerer working that sideline that we just mentioned for you a minute ago. Here's an opportunity now for Lopez. Working one-on-one, laid off this time, far post, no. Trying to work that one in was Sam Kane. And not a quality strike from him that time.
Yeah, it really was, and I think he was kind of looking to see if somebody would get on the other end of that, but no one was there.
Don't forget you can keep up with every piece of the action from NAIA Soccer and all broadcasts on NSCAATV.com all season long by following Turbo Sports Group on Twitter. Follow us at Turbo Sports.
There in that last break there, number 7, Evan Young came in for number 19, Jacob Bierman.
Of course, he'll play this near sideline for Indiana Wesleyan, working down the left. Not quite as active as the other side of the field early, but maybe a change-up to see if they can get that side going.
Yeah, really haven't seen much out of this left side, even for both teams, really.
Pace of play slowing down just a little bit, but now an opportunity for FEMA to strike while asleep. Working one-on-one. down there against Dylan Bronkema. Now we'll bring it out, look to reset. This will be Kimmerer on that side. He'll work down into the corner flag. Work one-on-one, looking for the field switch is Cahill with plenty of open green grass in front of him. He'll look to possibly play this one in. One touch, two touch, laid off this time to Altimus, and that is off the hoop jersey, and it will be a throw-in for Grace.
That was a great job there by FEMA, realizing that he didn't have anything, just to swing it back around and see if he got something from the other side.
The throw in here to Altimus. Laid off to Sibicome, looking to turn and play one in front of goal. An opportunity looking for FEMA, but that one was cleared away easily by the keeper. And a opportunity, I guess you could say, for Cahill. Probably not the best decision. Maybe tried to put that one on frame, but a ball that went awry, and that one will come the other way here for the Wildcats. Keaton Albert now will lay this one off. Here's a developing opportunity for Indiana Wesleyan. Jeff Bowman, pull it out. Working against for Grace, I believe. We've got another substitution in the ball game for Grace as well, and we will get that one to you in just a second. I believe that would be Justin Festa, excuse me. On our program is 18, actually wearing 19 tonight. Back the other way though, coming for Grace. Or trying to, at least. Working that far sideline. Trent Smith, active early. Haven't heard much from him since in that left midfield. But trying to get it going again. Development along this far sideline. Ball out of play. Off Grace. Here's a long throw opportunity possibly coming here for Indiana Wesleyan. But they'll take it short. Opportunity here. Orozco, look to swing one in. Take one touch. Step into the middle of the field. Play this one back off here. Kane. In-swinger coming from Kane. Step one time. Can't get around the defender. Here's an opportunity that's way too much.
Yeah, here in the early going, Kane really kind of has been the catalyst for the Indiana Wesleyan offense. Seems like everything has to come through him before they get any opportunity on goal.
Would you think of it that he's trying to do too much?
Right now, yeah, but he's also not getting any help from his fellow forwards, really trying to make runs to get in there on frame.
Corey Lopez certainly very quiet thus far. He's had a little bit of support from Albert. Bowman's had the one header on goal, but other than that, not a lot really from this Indiana Wesleyan attack thus far.
Yeah, and that's certainly something we alluded to in the pregame.
Here's now an opportunity. Kane again doing the distributing, having to sag back a little bit. Here's a chance, though. That ball snuck through, and almost Jeff Bowman had an opportunity to put that one on frame. Just got through the heads of the white jerseys, and a little bit of a trying moment there for Grace.
Yeah, it was kind of let a guy slip through there, but Tyler Cahill was able to get that one out.
Not out of trouble just yet, still trying to get it out of play is Sibicome, looking for Altimus. Can't do anything with it, and Orozco has really done well at this left back position. As we've kind of mentioned here, winning the battles along this near sideline. He's been challenged frequently and has done well to win those. Here's an opportunity for Kane again, but that ball's out of his reach. This guy, they're running him like a horse tonight.
Yeah, he, as I just mentioned, he's kind of the catalyst. Everything has to go through him, so he could get tired here as this game progresses. Really,
Indiana Wesleyan, and really for both these teams, not a lot of early subs so far, so you think the coaching staff's happy with what they're seeing tactically on the field.
Yeah, I think so too. Grace has done a great job controlling the middle, and certainly, as we alluded to, the Indiana Wesleyan defense has been pretty stout as well.
And that's kind of, well, actually, no, not kind of at all. That's exactly what this season's been for these two teams. 4 shutouts on this, 5 shutouts on the season for Indiana Wesleyan. Grace, 3rd in the country in goals. Indiana Wesleyan ranking 4th. Grace 4th in goals. Indiana Wesleyan ranking 3rd in the country in number of shutouts. So this is the unstoppable object against the immovable force, so you should say. Reset it for you here. Turbo Sports National Men's Soccer Game of the Week on NSCAA TV. I'm Kyle Robbins. He's Adam Bassinger here in Winona Lake, Indiana, and the north central part of the state, just on the beautiful shores of Winona Lake. Here at Grace College, school of about 1,900 kids. in the Crossroads Conference here in Indiana, if you're not familiar with where we're broadcasting from. The gray and red hoop jerseys of Indiana Wesleyan, the all whites of Grace, looking to do something with an opportunity right here. And we had a sub into the ball game, I believe, for Grace as well when I was going through all that. The new man into the game for Grace, I believe, is Steve Melhorn, playing that far sideline. Here's an opportunity, though, here for Ultimus coming on the near side. Laid off this time. Looking to do something with it is Ultimus again. Shot on goal, save. Back out to Ultimus. Trying to come down with it. Grace trying to put something on frame. But finally taken away by Indiana Wesleyan to try to play it out of danger. Dangerous tackle there, and that's going to be a foul. Sam Kane going down hard there.
Yeah, there on that last offensive possession, I personally thought the line judge here on this near side put his flag up like something, so I kind of thought it was, a dead ball, but I think the referee in the middle called him off. That was a great shot by Ultimus there.
Certainly, indeed, Ultimus has been very active for this Indiana Wesleyan ball club thus far. Here's Lopez working the sideline against Bassus. Got called off the throw-in as they'll call a foul actually on Lopez back the other way. I was assuming it was a throw as well. You're getting the feeling here, Adam, that somebody's got to take control of this one soon. There's been too many opportunities. Seems like a little bit in Grace's end. This ball kind of sitting just in the edge of this third of the field. Somebody's going to break through here soon, it seems like.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see the stats at halftime, just to see, where the shots have come from, and see how that goes.
Certainly here, Indiana Wesleyan taking their time a little bit. Not exactly an up and down open game, but certainly a game with fairly balanced feel. Here's an opportunity here for Jeff Bowman that will sail out of play as we can get you caught up here with who is on the field for both squads. We've had a couple subs that we need to catch you up on. Into the game for Indiana Wesleyan playing this near sideline we mentioned now is Evan Young. So across the top you've got Kane, and then you have Lopez. Across the midfield will be Young. Also in there is, that is Bowman. Also across the midfield is Albert, who will possess right now, and we'll catch you up after this break here for Kane. Opportunity once again for Kane. He'll battle, use that size, knock somebody down, but couldn't maintain possession, working one-on-one again.
Yeah, that time there were a couple guys right outside the 18 for Indiana Wesleyan. They're kind of lurking, trying to do I come in there? But still nothing going.
Here's a chance for FEMA. He'll work one-on-one with Tyrone Martin. Laid this one off to Kimmerer. Now it's Ultimus. Back to Kimmerer, working with FEMA. He'll lay that one off. Well done that time to Sibakome. Swung in and nobody's there, and that one's over the end line. Goal kick coming up.
Yeah, Abe Kane, as we've talked about so much here in the first 30 minutes of play, he really gets the ball every time they're on offense. And Grace needs to do a good job of following the guys that may start to lurk in because they haven't marked a few guys here in the last few possessions.
Albert's been active so far, as has Orozco, the two guys playing it across the back, working together right now. Orozco looking to set something up, looking for Corey Lopez. Over the top of his head, played off to Kane, and that one's out of play. Coming right here over by us, throw-in coming again. And we'll have a stoppage of play for more substitutions. Entering the ball game for the Wildcats to keep you caught up, number 8, that's Seth Kintig. And also number 13, that's Taylor Lehman. They're both going to come on and play on top of the formation here, replacing Kane and Lopez. And could be a trying opportunity here for Indiana Wesleyan with some new fresh legs into the game.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how those fresh legs really attack this Grace defense. Certainly, Abe Kane probably does need a break with the amount he's been touching the ball, but we'll see as the game progresses.
Certainly, he's been very active thus far in this one. Here's Sibakome. dropping all the way back to battle against the new men onto the field of fresh legs to take that one away. Going to drop all the way back. Coming up is Beamers from that holding midfield. Now it'll be Albert. Laid off this time to the new man in. Played across by Kintig and couldn't quite do anything with it. And poor distribution out of the back as the throw from the back just got out of the reach of Cahill and came over here and almost hit our production card over here. But nice job there to rebound. Cahill, sliding tackle to get that one away. And here comes the throw-in opportunity. Long throw here from Evan Young. Actually, he'll step away from it. Just a second that I identify something. Indiana Wesleyan wanted to change it up. Take their time here. Throw-in will be Dylan Bronkema. He'll look to make the long throw. Hopefully he doesn't trip over our camera cord. Right over here by us. Throw-in coming up here. Opportunity for Indiana Wesleyan. Header coming on. Evan Young couldn't quite elevate to that one. Bouncing around will be Bronkema again. High one coming in. Opportunity to battle against the keeper. That one's out of play. They'll say that it went off of a hoop jersey. It'll be Grace College coming the other way.
Yeah, the last few times the ball has kind of gotten rejected the first time. Indiana Wesleyan, they kind of just play a ball over the top. Really just try to get it in there. Really nothing really behind it. Just trying to get something if they're not paying attention.
And Indiana Wesleyan, not exactly with a size advantage on those set pieces. You would think if it came down to a game, and it feels like it's starting to feel like a game that might come down to a set piece opportunity. Grace with a little more size might have the advantage to poke one in off a corner if that comes what it needs to be late in this rivalry match. Working the sideline, Cahill once again. He's been active all night. Bassus across the back. Also in that center back position for Grace is Justin Festa. Excellent job by them thus far. Not really letting any opportunities on goal except for that header off the corner that came from Jeff Bowman. And that's you've got to say a little bit surprising for Grace. Not a team necessarily known for their marking and for their defense. Everyone thinks of offense thus far across the country when they might be seeing the Grace Lancers name in the statistic line. But still quite impressive thus far. This is a team that they've got the full repertoire.
Yeah, it really defense has really surprised me. You know, you see the 2 shutouts, but you see what they've done on offense. You're like, well, maybe they just haven't gotten an offensive threat from another team yet.
Maybe an opportunity to get something going here for Smith and Kimmerer. Trying to work a new guy on the field as well for Grace's Jonathan Sands. Playing this near sideline. Working up the right for Grace. But that one will come away. Here comes Albert. An opportunity for the Wildcats. Laid off this time is to Kintig. He'll lay it off to Albert once again. Up there is Lehman trying to hook up with him, but Kintig can't do that. Back the other way here. No, can't brought it down. Here's Evan Young's sliding challenge. Looked dangerous. No call, though. Indiana Wesleyan fans aren't happy. Here's an opportunity on the break for Grace. Can't do anything with it, though. Sibicome, they'll have to reset and try to come the other way once again for Melhorn.
Yeah, that was a great tackle there by Kimmerer. A little dicey coming in there the way he did, but he did a great job getting ball first and winning that for Grace.
Excuse me, we identified number 5 of the Grace College Lancers as Steve Melhorn. That's actually Kyle Hamlin entering the ball game, or has been in the ball game, I should say, playing the left wing or left midfield position for the Grace College Lancers. Here's an opportunity once again here for Kimmerer. Looking for, I believe, trying to hook up with Jonathan Sands that time. Not able to do anything with it. Here's Sibicome. Sibicome looking to lay this one off for Cahill. Making a nice run. He's got time and space. Looking maybe for FEMA inside. Lay this one off to Sands. Sands now in the corner. Looking to swing it across. Playing it off to Smith. He'll hold it up once again and work on Tyrone Martin. Try to beat him along the goal line. Opportunity on the back end that time was for Kyle Hamlin, but that ball just bounded over his head and out of play. They'll have another throw-in opportunity here for Grace.
Yeah, it was a great 1-2 there by Cahill, and then passing up to Sands and getting Trent Smith involved. Really seen Cahill come out of that right back position there on offense.
Cahill's done an excellent job coming up all night, especially on the attack. He's been the guy that's kind of done a lot of the setting up, a lot of the distribution in the offensive third here for Grace tonight.
Yeah, we haven't seen that a lot from the left side, but certainly Cahill's done a great job. And as we've said, that Grace offense kind of funnels to the right side.
Here looking to make a run right now, Taylor Lehman trying to lay this one off for Bowman. Bowman battling on. He had a man on that far sideline. Couldn't get it over to him. Now they will. Here's Albert. Got time and space. We're going one-on-one. Here's an opportunity. Two-man on Lehman on frame. Save. Grace College. Coming again. Lehman did well. That one was there's our first real opportunity in this one. Excellent ball in from Albert, hooking up with Lehman. Put that one, but right into the breadbasket, though, of Jacob Cole.
Yeah, the Grace defenders really need to do a better job there of tracking back and following their man. And, yeah, Cahill has a size advantage, but when there are two, he can't mark both of them.
Certainly two-on-one opportunity there. Cahill, a big guy playing this right back position. But like you said, Adam, one guy can't mark two. Unless they're standing right next to each other, which they kind of were. But still, hey, Cahill, for what we will presume, cannot mark two. Moving forward, though, he's done that excellent job with distribution. He'll try it again there, trying to hook up with FEMA. Can't do anything with it. Evan Taylor back the other way. He was the guy that got the attack started that time for Indiana Wesleyan previously. Orozco, Taylor working together. Trying to hook up this time. Again, down the sideline, here comes an opportunity for Lehman. He's had the best, probably, ball put on frame thus far for Indiana Wesleyan. But that one's out of play, muscled off that. Excellent job done by Bassus to muscle him off, and an opportunity for a goal kick here for Grace.
Yeah, the number 13 there for Indiana Wesleyan, he fresh legs there, stopped in.
Live stream games, rankings, releases, reviews, and more. Join us every Tuesday at 1 p.m. to tune in for the weekly college highlights and rankings show. There's nothing like this anywhere else, and you can only see it on NSCAATV.com. Coming back the other way here, Grace College trying to get something going to answer that scary moment they had earlier. 0-0, but feels like somebody's going to break through and take a hold of this one at any opportunity.
Yeah, really got to stay strong here in the last 5 or so minutes left in the half. Really don't want to give up a cheap one here as you're going into half.
Here's Orozco near sideline, trying to make the throw down. Field. He'll hold it up here. Play it all the way back to Tyrone Martin. They'll look to switch fields here and create another opportunity. Going to that right side once again. Their go-to guy on that far sideline. Really, if you've got to identify someone as possibly the, might say, the player of the game thus far, I might throw that in the direction of Keaton Elton, a guy that's been very active by Indiana Wesleyan thus far. Evan Taylor here battling near sideline. Cahill doing a fantastic job to get that one away, but Taylor comes away with this one once again. Battling now one-on-one. Looking to now take two guys, can't do it. Excellent job to take that one away by Hamlin. Sliding challenge, but no call. Grace got to bring this one out of here. And finally, brought away by Trent Smith. He'll maintain possession, trying to get a ball on for FEMA, but that one's just out of his reach. Making the diagonal run as well was Sibicome. Bassus heading around. Somebody trying to come down with it with just 4 minutes to go. 41st minute here in the first half. Cahill trying to communicate with Smith. He wants that one played back at his feet. He wants to do that distribution at him.
Yeah, something we've talked about certainly thus far, trying to get those 1-2 and really coming to the ball to facilitate out and then up the field. Here's
FEMA. He was trying to look down the near sideline for Sands, but couldn't quite do anything with it. Opportunity down the right once again here, looking for into the middle of the field for Indiana Wesleyan, but taking away Travis Smith Sibicome now. Switch fields now to Kyle Hamlin. All the way over to Sands, but that one's probably going to be out of his reach. No, he'll bring it down. Chance to restart. They'll work the 1-2. Here's maybe a chance. Bringing this one in will be Carnelos. And he lost possession as he entered the 18. Now we're starting to get that up-down tempo. 3-on-2 opportunity coming here for Indiana Wesleyan. Trying to get to that one is Lehman. Can't do it, and it'll be a throw-in opportunity here for Indiana Wesleyan.
Yeah, as you mentioned, starting to get the counterattacks there. There's really kind of a gap in the midfield area for Grace right now. Yeah, they're pushing forward to get something offensively, but defensively they're not getting back as quick as they were earlier in the game.
The hoop jerseys, the red and gray, they've knocked off the #1 team in the country already this year. They know what it's like to win a close one and win a big one in front of a big audience. That game at Indiana Wesleyan, 3,000 fans in the building for an NAIA soccer matchup in Indiana, and that is just fantastic for the interest of this game at this level. A lot of people know there is some good quality soccer being played at this level. Evan Taylor now, far sideline, looking to work one-on-one. Get the cross in. Can't quite do it, as going down hard will be Danilo Carnelos, and that will be coming back the other way. We'll make sure that Carnelos is all right first.
Yeah, they're on that last possession for Indiana Wesleyan. As we mentioned before, the Kane, boy, he really tried to go one-on-one with things, and you didn't see a lot of movement out of the guys that were in the middle there, and even the new player coming on is kind of trying to do things one-on-one as well.
Let's reset it for you here. Minute 40 to go here from Grace College, Winona Lake, Indiana, just outside Warsaw, here in the north central part of the state. Grace College 0, Indiana Wesleyan 0, two Crossroads Conference rivals. Not that far apart, Indiana from just down the road in Marion, Indiana. Battling to take who's going to take the first leg up in the Crossroads Conference this year. Of course, Indiana Wesleyan ranked number 18 in the country, as we just have 60 seconds to go here in this first half. Here's a chance, though, coming out here for Indiana Wesleyan. Cahill try to bring this one down to reverse fields. 1 minute left, and that one just gets out of the touch of Grace College. Coming again here, though, an opportunity for Indiana Wesleyan. 45 seconds left to go here in this first half. Let's see if they can't tack one on. Far sideline, opportunity to swing one in. Can't quite get that one in to Kintig. He'll bring it down again. Ball bouncing around. Still no one maintaining possession. Getting to this one will be, and playing it out, Kyle Hamlin. 30 seconds to go. Battling on again, Evan Young. Finally, this will be Smith bringing it away. Working one-on-one, 22 seconds. Grace College probably just wanting the clock to run out on this first half. Indiana Wesleyan, if they can go quickly, will have an opportunity to play one last quick set piece. 10 seconds. Tyrone Martin trying to get this one in. Kintig is there. Nothing yet. Looking for Albert. And that will bounce around and probably be the end of the first half here from Grace College in Winona Lake, Indiana. Your halftime score, Grace College, nothing. Indiana Wesleyan, nothing. You are watching the 2013 Torbo Men's Soccer National Game of the Week on NSCAA TV.
What's better, Grace or no Grace?
Grace!
What do you think? Do you know what Grace is?
Grace is a thing you get iced tea from.
Oh.
Iced tea, and you get plates and French fries and pizza.
From Grace. You get all that from Grace?
Grace College.
Oh, Grace College.
Yeah, Grace.
Of course.
College.
It's not complicated. Grace is better. Grace brings you bright minds and brilliant hearts. Grace College. Rethink education.
So, what's...
Each year, the NSCAA puts over 7,000 coaches through our coaching education program. Youth, high school, and college coaches at all levels participate in the diploma courses. Join your peers and get educated. Better coaching, better players, better game. NSCAA Coaching Academy. Improving soccer, one coach at a time. Register today at nscaa.com/education.
La tra, la pleasure.
Welcome back out here to Winona Lake, Indiana, halftime, the 2013 Torbo National Men's Soccer Game of the Week here. I'm Kyle Robbins alongside Adam Bassinger. We want to thank our hotel sponsor tonight, Wyndham Garden Hotels here in Warsaw. Of course, the Wyndham recently remodeled. The entire facility has been remodeled, and they continue to do work to better serve our guests. Go to www.wyndhamrewards.com and see what Wyndham Rewards and Wyndham Hotels can do for you. The number, if you'd like to get a room tonight after checking out this game, 574-269-2323. If you're coming through beautiful Winona Lake or Warsaw, Indiana, they would be happy to have you at the Wyndham Garden. And, of course, our restaurant sponsor tonight, right there attached to the Wyndham. You don't have to go far to grab a bite to eat or maybe a drink after a day on the lake here in Winona Lake. Go to Bennigan's where you can hang out, get a nice bite to eat. We were there here before the game. Got great food, great drinks, great place to stop. Enjoy an afternoon or an evening. That's Bennigan's attached to the Wyndham. You can call them once again at 574-269-2323 and visit them online at www.warsawbennigans.com. Back out here once again, we'll recap the first half for you a little bit. Kyle Robbins alongside Adam Bassinger, the former Grace College player. I guess we could call you Grace College great, correct? Hall of Fame, not quite. The man is too modest. Anyway, going over the shots on goal in the first half, not a lot for either side. Grace with a total of 5, Indiana with a total of 3. All of those coming on goal for Grace, and that's really something to say for this program. We mentioned before the game they lead the country in goals per game average, or not lead the country, one of the leaders in the country, fourth to be exact. 5 on goal, 5 taken. That's a pretty good percentage.
Yeah, that's a great percentage there. They've done a great job. As we talked about before, high-powered offense. We're certainly seeing that so far today.
And then as well for Indiana Wesleyan, they've had just three. 2 of those have been on frame. But maybe the most threatening strike thus far of this ball game came off the head of Taylor Lehman late there in that first half with the distribution from Keaton Albert coming on the far sideline. And, we kind of mentioned this game seems like it might come down to a set piece here late in the second half.
Yeah, I think it certainly looks to be that way. 2 of the 3 shots on goal from Indiana Wesleyan have come via the header. So they certainly have tried to get the ball in the air over the defense. Grace has a bit of a slight height advantage there, but, they're certainly trying that here in the early going.
Yeah, that's actually a very valid point to mention. Indiana Wesleyan yet to put a shot on frame from foot. And certainly not exactly what Indiana Wesleyan probably looking for in this ball game thus far, as we're about 90 seconds away from getting the half restarted here as they do the T-shirt toss here at Miller Field in beautiful Winona Lake, Indiana. Adam, I guess we would ask you, thoughts on the first half in general so far?
Certainly both teams came out with great intensity. Things kind of settled down there like, a normal game would, but the physicality picked up as well. Certainly 2 leaders in the conference. They're 2 teams that are undefeated in the conference, good records so far this season. So it really has been a typical Crossroads League game.
Certainly. This one's got conference championship implications without a doubt. Inside a minute to go before halftime here. Adam, I'll ask you this as well. Give me one key to the second half for both squads that both coaching staffs are probably mentioning in the locker room right now. The one thing, if you've got to do one thing for these squads in the half, what do you do?
I think for Grace, you got to keep going with the 1-2 action that's been going on there with FEMA, Gift in the middle there as well. Really, those midfield just got to distribute, got to come together, and their style is passing, come in, come out. I think they need to do that to get on the sheet. And Indiana Wesleyan, they really just need to get their supporting players to really come onto the ball and look for the ball. They, as we've said, Kane and the other substitution there late in the half, they went kind of by themselves and no one was really moving. I think movement's the biggest thing for Indiana Wesleyan on the offensive end.
Certainly, they will look to move a little more than they did in that first half, as we mentioned. Just the 2 shots on frame, both of them coming from head. One of them off a corner, one off the late swinger in from Keaton Albert. Grace College, on the other hand, though, several opportunities. None terribly threatening, but still, if you put 5 on goal, then you know you're certainly doing something right in that first half. Grace College late here coming back out on the field as we're already set to go, and we've still got coaches running across the field to get going. Just want to remind, I'm Kyle Robbins. He's Adam Bassinger. Here, Torbo Men's Soccer National Game of the Week on NSCAA TV. Buckle in. We're about to have a good one here. Good second half from beautiful Winona Lake. Hope you're enjoying this one from home. Just got home from the office. Ready to take in a little NAIA Crossroads League soccer here in the north central part of the state.
It's in the gravel parking lot. We're going to have you move it or it'll be towed.
And hopefully you're not too about to have your car towed. I would assume if your car is here, then you are not watching at home. But now we'll get the second half started here. Indiana Wesleyan, they'll look to strike quick. Wildcats, Lancers here. Battle on the Torbo Sports National Men's Soccer Game of the Week. 1 half to go here from Winona Lake. Working that far sideline early. The man that stayed active will be Cahill now. Shouldered off the ball. Here comes Indiana Wesleyan. Back the other way. Into the ball game now for Indiana Wesleyan to start this half. We'll try to get you caught up here on exactly who is on the field to start the second 45. The exact same starters will be in for Grace. We'll go through for those with you as they play onto the ball. Entering for Indiana Wesleyan at the right back position will be Josh Schultz. He played a little bit in the first half, not a lot, but we'll see him with the replacement. Grace coming back the other way here early. Looking to get something going in the middle of the field will be Smith right now. Still blustery out here at Miller Field. Need a couple extra paperweights, but nothing that we don't hate bringing you excellent NAIA soccer here on a beautiful day, on a beautiful Wednesday here in the north central part of Indiana. Here's Festa now, working down the near sideline for Grace. Ball played on in a tough challenge along this near sideline. That one coming from Keaton Albert. Throw-in will come again here for Grace. Excuse me, the set piece. Looking to take this one will be Gift Sibicome. As he'll look to set something up for an early opportunity here for Grace. Use the size advantage that they have. Opportunity, this one will be taken a little bit short, not quite getting to the 18 and easily cleared away. No problem for Indiana Wesleyan. Coming back down the sideline here for the Wildcats. Trying to get something moving forward. Like we said, the new man in with the starters for the second half, looking to work. That is Schultz for the Wildcats. Trying to work down the sideline. Not able to do much with it. Travis Smith now. Back the other way for Grace, but intercepted once again here by Kyle Beamers. Across the formation now. Position. He's been in the first half. Flick down in the corner. This will be an opportunity for Corey Lopez battling against Cahill down there. Cahill with a size advantage against the much smaller Lopez. But Lopez coming away. Played into the middle of the box. Not able to do anything with it. Just over that time of Jeff Bowman. Grace looking to bring this one back the other way. Who can get on the board first? Here's an opportunity for FEMA to play one-on-one. 1-on-4 now, call it, against the Hoop jerseys. He'll maintain possession. Keep it away. Reset now. Laid it off to Ultimus. All the way back to Sibacome. Now to FEMA. Calling for the switch is John Christensen here on this near sideline playing the left wing. But the ball instead will go all the way back. A little bit flat coming out this half for both teams here so far.
Yeah, there's a little bit more movement from Indiana Wesleyan across the top, but still not enough.
Christensen now looking to battle against Schultz. Can't do anything with it. Travis Smith will bring it down in the middle of the field. Lay it off this time for Sibacome. Sibacome now. Played through the middle. Can't get a touch on it. Can FEMA. And now here's a chance for Indiana Wesleyan to get something going back the opposite direction. But can't do it. Nobody able to really bring possession in, and we'll see who maintains control of this half here coming up soon. Now here's an opportunity though coming. Shot from way out, and that was a hoping chance.
It's really the first kind of deep shot they've attempted. Most of it's come from the right side, where they try to get a ball in over the top.
Jeff Bowman took a whaler there. An opportunity from way out, and that one went. Certainly chancing on past. 40 minutes left in this matchup, just in the, call it the 50th minute here from Winona Lake. And down with the knee injury, grabbing a knee, falling to the ground, I believe that's Keaton Albert. And that did not look pretty the second that he falls and grabs that knee. Don't want to see that for any player on either team. We'll see if he can get up. Walk that one off. He went down like it was a twisted knee, and you hold your breath anytime you see a player grab for that knee like that quickly. But it looks like he will be all right, and it'll just be a set piece opportunity for Tyrone Martin here in the Wildcats. Down there in the middle of the box for Indiana Wesleyan, keep an eye on Josh Schultz coming up from that right back position. Lopez is down there, but it will look to get into Kane. They can't do anything with it, though. It's headed out, no problems, all the way back to Orozco, who's been very good in distribution, setting things up all night long. Ultimus battling over there on that sideline with Bierman. And finally brought away, of course, none other than the man in the middle, Sibacome. Active all night long. Trying to get it out of there is Festa. Can't reverse fields, though. Now Smith over to tough hit in the middle of the field and down and not moving. Scary moment here in Grace. Hopefully we'll have a stoppage of play. Down and not moving. Got to have a play stoppage here. This is a scary situation here in Winona Lake. Gift Sibacome instantly went down on that play and has not moved since.
Yeah, that's
Let's
kind
hope
of
that he's all right.
Yeah, that was an awkward challenge there that he kind of looked to keep going the direction he was going with his feet and then kind of ran right into the defender.
And he is up. When he went down on that one, that was that was almost like a receiver going over the middle and the other football. Sibacome, you think, got a little bit of his head, looked like he took a shoulder to the head. That one occurred kind of right in front of my field of vision there. And that's something you hold your breath on with the new information that we know about concussions in both this sport and others. You never want to see a young player take that, and especially we'll hope that he's all right, properly evaluated after the game, because he certainly took quite the hit to the head there. But, of course, he'll play on, try to get the win here for Grace in this one. The tough young man out of South Africa, Gift Sibacome. And we'll have a foul here on Grace College. Albert going down there. He took an earlier hit to the knee. This game getting certainly very physical here in the second half.
Yeah, referee really needs to stay on top of this. He's done a great job so far keeping the physicality just at least to the normal competitive level.
Looking to take this one from about 40, nearly 45 yards, will be, that would be Jeff Bowman, excuse me, but not able to do much with that. And cleared all the way out, no problems by Grace. Holding this one in the back now will be Dylan Bronkema looking to reset. And not able to do anything with it here. Really not much of an opportunity for either team thus far for Grace or Indiana Wesleyan thus far in the second half.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, we really haven't seen a whole lot. Midfield for Grace is holding well, but haven't gotten forward a whole lot yet this early second half.
Here's the ball played down line and an opportunity for the Lancers, but taken away easily by Bronkema. Look to bring it back down the sideline here. Laid off to Kyle Beamers. He'll have plenty of time and space to distribute in the middle. He'll play it over to Orozco along the far sideline. Holding it up now, Orozco. Step around the defender and got taken off the ball by Ultimus. And still this game, and it seems like we went through this for 45 minutes in the first half, another 10 in the second. Nobody to really able to corral, really control of this game thus far.
Yeah, no, we haven't seen that. Haven't seen Fiamma get going like he did early in that first half.
Now here's an opportunity this time. Coming on for Grace, sliding challenge by Orozco. And excellently done by him there to break up an opportunity for Ultimus.
Yeah, that was a great pass ahead there by Gift. And Ultimus certainly tried to do what he could there, but great tackle by the defender there.
Here's, though, as we mentioned it, don't want to go with the foreshadowing. We said earlier, might be an opportunity, might be a game where the set piece decides it. Stephen Fiamma will be the man to take it. In the box, keep an eye on Ultimus is there, as well as Festa. This one will come all the way out to Festa. He'll look to head this one on, head toward the corner of the goal, but that one was never going on frame. Easily taken away that time by Josh Gepper.
Yeah, that was a little deep on the corner. Kind of out-kicked the coverage there in a sense, getting that over the top.
Big hit by Cahill this time, and he'll look to bring this one all the way up himself. Look to switch fields into the middle of the box, and not quite easily taken away, I should say, by Indiana Wesleyan this time. And dangerous play over that sideline, and another player down in this ball game. That looks like Josh Bierman just took a boot to the face.
Yeah, it looked like Trent Smith got his boot there a little high, but defender kind of put his head down, so it's
not going to get the card for the dangerous play here. And really something we should mention thus far, no cards in this game, not too many fouls. Really pretty clean game thus far. There's been physical, we've seen players on the ground, but really been a pretty good, clean ball game thus far.
Yeah, with Grace's style there being kind of the possessed pass a little bit, you'll see Indiana Wesleyan may get a little chippy there, trying to get to the ball a little quicker than they need to, but certainly hasn't been too dangerous of a game so far.
Grace certainly at times very content to work it up slowly with that build-up, as you mentioned. But not the guy on the far sideline so much, Cahill. He's been quick all night, and here comes an opportunity. This might be the one for Grace. Here's John Christensen working, battling in the box. That one looked like it went off his hand while he was laying on the ground. No call on that one. He'll work this time against Josh Schultz. And that one will be coming the other way as Christensen was pushed down, and a set-piece opportunity here once again for the Lancers.
Yeah, that was a great job there by Christensen. Really didn't really have anybody there to help him out. Did a great job of shielding the ball, enabling Grace to get a set piece here.
Ultimus will take this one inside the box to keep an eye on. Christensen, Blazic, Festa as well. Always got to keep an eye on Stephen Fiamma and, of course, Gift Sibicome. This one coming in, well served up, trying to get there just over the head of Justin Festa, but they'll have a second opportunity. Blazic now, working near sideline, one-on-one, helping up, and that's got to be a handball. Easily, everyone in the place could see that one. No question on Kyle Beamers.
That was a great cross over the top there by Ultimus on that last free kick. Got the Festa underneath.
Gift Sibicome looking to take this one. Thought about taking it short to Travis Smith, but now he'll try to get that one in there. Blazic, Christensen. This one coming up. Blazic trying to get there, but just over his head as he ducked down. Lopez now coming the other way. Smith battling to get there. They'll reset this one. Grace maintain possession. Look to switch it back quick. Basus. Holding. Christensen won this ball on this near sideline. He's been pretty quiet thus far, but when he's been able to get onto the ball, quite successful.
Yeah, he did a great job holding the ball there for the free kick earlier, and his physicality, being able to hold the ball, has been a benefit for Grace.
He certainly has thus far. We've seen most of the play for both sides go up the right-hand side of the field all game long, but Christensen, when he's had the opportunity, has done well. Substitution coming up here, and that will be re-entering the game, of course, Evan Young, who we saw was very active in the first half. Here's a run-on opportunity, trying to get on the end of this one for Grace College. Can't do anything with it, and that was certainly quite the hip check there from Grace, from Danilo Carnelos, and might want to keep an eye on Carnelos and Keaton Albert developing in this game. That one was a little bit extracurricular outside of the necessary contact, I believe, that time.
Yeah, referee, one player looked to say, that's the third time he's hit me, and the referee's like, I got it, I called it. So referee's doing a great job.
Head official has done well to maintain the control of this one thus far. Here's Ultimus now, Grace with another opportunity. They've had the last couple runs that have been dangerous in this ballgame. Ultimus laying this one off now for an opportunity. He'll get back on the ball here, look to swing this one into Christensen. Also there's Blazic, but that one is off the hoop jerseys, and we'll have a corner kick again.
That was a great job by FEMA there. In the first half, he really kind of got the ball and looked to go one-on-one with people. There he was able to hold the ball up, pass it forward, or pass it back to get it going forward.
Don't forget you can keep up with every piece of the action from NAIA Soccer and all of our broadcasts on NSCAA all season long by following Torbo Sports Group on Twitter. Follow us at Torbo Sports. Here comes the in-swinger, this time from Fila, and getting up for it was Festa. Great elevation, but not able to direct that one on frame.
Yeah, the few corner kicks we've seen from Grace, it seems like Festa is really the target. He is taller than some of the defenders in there, so certainly see why he's a target of a lot of the set pieces and corner kicks.
Here comes the restart. Just a half hour to go here in this matchup. Sibicome now. It seems like Grace trying to take advantage. Keeper coming way out for that one, and that might have been an opportunity for Ultimus if he's unable to get to that.
Yeah, that was a dangerous attack there by Grace, but the goalie made a dangerous play as well, getting almost to the edge of his box where it could have been a handball.
That was certainly very close for an opportunity for a mistake to be made by Indiana Wesleyan in handling that one. Now the center of the field, they'll center this one up. This will be Taylor working the middle. He'll try to get something down toward the corner flag for Kane, and not able to do so. Excuse me, that was Young in the middle of the field. Now here comes an opportunity for Fila. Working one-on-one this time against Dylan Bronkema. And that will be a goal kick back the other way. Fila not happy about that goal. 29:03 to go. Torbo National Men's Soccer Game of the Week on NSCAA TV. Big boot coming into this one. Indiana Wesleyan trying to turn the tides the other way. We've been playing in Grace's offensive third, seemingly, Adam, for quite a while now in this ball game. But now we'll look to switch it up. An opportunity may be coming in here for Lopez is down there, as is Albert. But cleared away, John Christensen back over to Sibicome. He'll battle in the middle of the field here. Switched up, looking for Ultimus. Battling now Sibicome. And a big boot into this one, run on Fila now, looking for Christensen on the flick on. He's not happy, looking at the head official with his hands open, saying, hey, I got pushed. Not having any of it from the center men.
Yeah, Grace has kind of changed their attack a little bit here in the second half, looking to go more over the top and more balls down to the corners with their offensive attack rather than building 1-2 passes in the middle.
Indiana Wesleyan, though, very slow to get going, seeming like in the second half. We saw a lot from a big flurry from them in the first, but not so much going here in the second.
Yeah, Kane really hasn't been involved as much as he was there in the first half.
You start to think fatigue's a factor at this point. We'll maybe see some more substitutions coming on here in just a bit. Here's an opportunity, though, working once again for Indiana Wesleyan on this working over toward this near sideline was Josh Schultz, but they were unable to get him the ball, was Jeff Bowman. But here's an opportunity once again for Fila. We've said his name a lot tonight. He'll have a shot on goal from way out. What a strike by Fila to put that one on frame. But sure-handed right there was Josh Gepper to keep Grace off the board. Fila, he got tired of waiting around. He said, hey, I'm taking this game in my own hands.
Yeah, it's interesting. A lot of the offense for Grace came up that right side, but he took that strike with his left foot. So certainly comfortable, possibly with both feet, get another opportunity like that later in the game.
Fila with a class strike, putting that one on frame here. Grace, anytime they've had an opportunity, almost putting it on frame every single time. Now here's Ultimus battling in the far corner against Orozco. Orozco's been rock solid at that left back position here. As great show of sportsmanship as Orozco goes down with a cramp as Ultimus from Grace stretches him out. Light moment there in the middle of competition here, and a tough one in the second half. Back the other way, John Christensen. Working this time, trying to look for Fila once again. He's the guy you've certainly got to go to, Adam.
Yeah. Grace needs to do a little bit better job giving him some support coming up there, but great job so far.
Indeed. Blazic trying to get in there as well on that slide, but not able to do much with it. And back coming the other way. Trying to play a ball in, and that was to nobody, and the rest of the men in white shirts not too happy with Blazic on that one.
Yeah, it was, didn't need to go that far with that pass. Certainly had some guys open here across the middle to build some stuff going forward.
There was Bron Kama trying to do something with it, but it's taken away by Sibicome. And here's an opportunity for Grace to maybe put one on the board right here. Ultimus now. Trying to get this one across to Travis Smith. Smith, Christensen. Laid off all the way back to Carnelos. Coming up, he'll look to distribute along the left-hand side. Inside now, in to Sibicome, looking for the wraparound to Christensen. And that will be a foul on Bron Kama. And they'll have another opportunity for a set piece here, Adam.
Yeah, great hold up there by Gift as he's coming across there, but you need to get him some support when he gets kind of bogged down there in the corner. Christensen looks to be a little tired to me. May need to get we have a couple substitutions on the sideline, so maybe he's one of them.
We'll have 3 men entering the ball game here for Grace College as soon as we have a whistle for them to come in. They will be Devin Kimmerer, who we saw in the first half, Kyle Hamlin, and also it looks like Jonathan Sands. So no completely fresh faces, but some guys that did do well in the first half, Kimmerer especially, in this ball game. The South African will serve this one up. In the box, keep an eye on Christensen is there, coming all the way up the big man, Ben Cahill. He'll look to make a run on Fila, trying to get on the end of this one. Ball bouncing around and cleared out no problem by the Wildcats.
That really could have been more dangerous than it was there with the sun setting as it is. The goalie's got his hand up there looking to that side. So if you can bring it down the left side, get a set piece, that could be dangerous.
Certainly, and we've mentioned it all game with neither team to get a lot from the run of play in this one. Seems like the set piece opportunity might be where this game is decided for either club. Really now, especially for Indiana Wesleyan, because this game is completely turned the other direction, going completely against a little bit of the run of play in the first half. I won't say against the run of play, but Indiana Wesleyan did have quite a bit more possession in the first half, and that's no longer a fact.
Yeah, it kind of different tactics here in the second half put out by the coaches.
Here's Zaltimus after that foul. Looking to do something with it on that sideline. Now working all the way over here to Fila. He'll look to have one again. And that one just went off the fingertips, I believe, of Gepper and Fila. Wow. Another long strike and another one that, while it was going out frame, still caused Gepper to at least have to put a hand on it.
Yeah, that might have snuck in there if he doesn't get a deflection the right way. He was diving to his left there, able to push it, but if that hits off his hands any other way, that might sneak in.
Fela's tired of waiting around in this ball game.
Yep.
He's ready to get one on the board. 22 minutes to go here in this ball game. And maybe, you know, you mentioned it coming from the left, but here's an opportunity. If they can throw one to a far post maybe with that sun coming in the eyes of Gepper, keep an eye on this far side. Festa, and going up for that one, just as I could mention it, was Sands right over the top of his head.
Yeah, that skimmed off about 3 or 4 players there as it was on its way out.
They'll look to switch this one up, and back in that time by Blazic. Can't do anything with it here, but he'll move Kane the other way, working off Lopez. Lopez now, he'll have Kane down the sideline. Looking back from the middle of the field is in the center. That is Albert. Albert working those three together. Lopez, Kane, Albert, as losing touch. Kane looks like he's almost out of gas.
Yeah, he was really back in defense there. He really hasn't gotten forward like he did in the first half either.
And not much, though, on the counter from Grace there as Indiana Wesleyan. Maybe an opportunity here to corral something, get something going forward. But it seems like we might need to change off the bench for Indiana Wesleyan to see much, because it really just seems like Kane's out of gas.
Yeah, he got a substitution there in the first half, but it was kind of late, so he may not have gotten all of his strength back as he over the halftime period.
And we might be reading the coaching staff's mind as we look to the sideline and see that Taylor Lehman is entering the ball game here. And we'll look to see who comes off, or it looks like he'll be entering the ball game, standing over by that scores table. Here's a set piece served up that's no problem taken away from way out by Grace, and they'll look to distribute. Start it from the back and take off here with Carnelos. Taken away, though, but Carnelos will look to win it back here. Across the back now. Here is an opportunity for Young, but taken away. Back the other way now coming is Kyle Hamlin. And a tough challenge that time from coming once again, though, from Young, and maybe surprised not to see a card there.
Yeah, that seemed to be a little bit of retaliation there by Young. I think he was the one that got taken down there a few minutes ago. Really didn't even go for the ball there at all.
Not at all, and that's why certainly the center official being a little more generous and not giving out the cards tonight, but doing a good job still in keeping the game under control. We'll see how that proceeds in the last 20 minutes here. Here's an opportunity maybe to go forward for here Carnelos coming out of that one. Carnelos now working off the man in the middle will be Kimmerer, trying to play this one all over to Hamlin. All fresh legs up top here for Grace College. Hamlin working one-on-one with Orozco, and that'll be a goal kick.
Yeah, Fiume, he was one of the substitution there, so getting him a breather, so he's a little more fresh for the the stretch run here, as he has really been the offensive strike force for Grace so far with those 2 long shots.
Certainly has been thus far.
Josh Geppert puts it in play for the
Geppert will be the one to put the boot into this one here. Drive it into the middle of the field, see what they can work off a goal kick, and again, nothing. Blazic coming away with it for the Lancers. And once again, not happening with much there. Indiana Wesleyan just really not even sniffing the Grace 18 thus far in the second half.
Yeah, they really haven't. It's they had a few flurries there in the first half, but really haven't seen anything from them since like 10 minutes in.
Of course, they're listening to us, and as soon as we say it, here's an opportunity for Orozco putting one on frame off the side of the post. And somehow out of danger. That one was quite dangerous. For I believe that's Orozco that came all the way up on that one.
Yeah, that's a tough angle to take a shot from there within a few yards of the end line. Really a small margin for error.
Excuse me, that was down there, Lehman and Lopez both working together. This is Lehman working along that far sideline, opposite the field from us. As Indiana Wesleyan finally getting an opportunity, but here's a counter chance coming for Kimmerer. Working one-on-one against Tyrone Martin. And Martin has done very well all game to clear those one-on-one balls away.
Yeah, he has. Kimmer may have been able to do a little bit more with that, but that ball kind of had it got over Martin there initially, but Martin did a great job tracking back on that.
Just want to remind you, after the game, we'll have our man of the match. We'll be selecting one of them. Stick around. You'll be able to hear from him. That's still up in the air. Got 17 minutes to go, 17 and a half. Put one on frame that might be the winner. I'd say you'll probably take home that award. Here's an opportunity, though, here for Lehman, battling one-on-one. And that's a very dangerous challenge, but nothing there on Basus. Official not going to say anything. Here's Blazic with an opportunity. Working now on the man in the middle. Now off to Sands. And the flag up, and Sands not happy about that one, as it'll have to come back the other way.
Yeah, that was a tough challenge there in the back. Yeah, the player fell, but the defender got a lot of balls. It's hard to call a foul when you really don't get the player before you get all of the ball and get it cleared out of there.
Right. Certainly. Certainly true there, as Indiana Wesleyan will look to take a little bit of time. 16 and a half to go. You can feel a little more of a sense of urgency come about this place, come about Miller Field here for Grace to try to get a winner, for Indiana Wesleyan to get a winner.
Yeah, FEMA there with those 2 strikes really decided, hey, you know, I'm going to go at somebody. I want to score a goal here in Indiana Wesleyan, certainly with the flurry here in the last 2 or 3 minutes.
It'll be interesting to see if we see him re-enter this ball game after those couple of strikes. Now he's off the field. Seems like that has been the difference for Grace, is when Indiana Wesleyan has now started to take back a little more control.
This is where you need to see the midfielders start to step up for Grace. They're starting to become a little bit of a gap between offensive and defensive side of things.
That's exactly what they'll look to try to do here. Kimmerer now working off of Gift Sibicome, but not able to do anything with it. And this one's coming to the middle of the field and have a strike on for Albert, but that one's way off frame. We'll hear a whistle, and that will be, I guess we'll call it a corner kick. That one must have deflected off a Grace player, and we'll have the first real opportunity for Indiana Wesleyan in the second half.
Yeah, there's a lot of space there as Indiana Wesleyan was moving forward. Midfielders really got to get back. They were kind of trapped forward, they were kind of jogging back, so they need to make sure they get back and mark as Indiana Wesleyan moves forward.
Albert will be the one that takes this one. Take it in, driving far post, opportunity, getting up and cleared off the back of the line. Wonderful job by Sibicome to save a goal. Tyrone Martin will look to reserve. After that trying moment here for Grace, fans in Miller Field Stadium holding their breath. And coming away will be Sands. Here's an opportunity. 2-on-1, and that one's clear path. That one, will he be sent off? No, we're going to see a yellow. And Adam, I'll ask you this. I don't know if that one's not a red.
That's a close one. There seemed to be a defender that was a little further, more towards the defensive side of things, but that's certainly a borderline.
At the very least, that was going to be a 2-on-1 opportunity coming down. That was taken away. Even a yellow card might be worth that for you in that situation. And that's something you've got to counteract as the head official to say, you know, you can't a yellow card, an opportunity like that. If it's going to be a great opportunity for a goal like that, you got to think that one might look red.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the head referee there to make a call like that in this game, really.
And he's trying to keep that one under control here. Indiana Wesleyan, as you kind of mentioned, getting a little more feisty, a little more impatient as this game presses on. Grace now seeming like with Fila off the field, a little more content to counter, and that worked for them the last time had Sands not been clipped in the back of the heel.
Yeah, that was a great decision there by Sands to, instead of, trying to dribble around him, just played that through ball through to, run on it himself. Beat the defender there. Defender just had to grab him.
And Fila will re-enter here. Almost either looking tired or a little bit gimpy back in this game. But he'll play through it. He's been the guy for Grace thus far. Throw in here to Sands, working one-on-one along this sideline. In there is Carnelo's trying to get to it, but that one's chipped away by Baran Kema. On the way back out, here's Kemmerer. Now over to Hamlin. as he was working against Glibber, but it'll come all the way back to Sibicome. Served up. Here's an opportunity for Carnelos to come down the sideline. Can't get it, though. Brought down properly. And that one will finally be taken away. Here's maybe a chance for Indiana Wesleyan. No. Brazic. And that one we could see from right here. Jonathan Sands threw the shoulder check undoubtedly into the chest of Chris Jacobs for Indiana Wesleyan. And that's a pretty easy call for official. Everybody in the stands could see that one. Here's Lopez. Now over there once again on this near sideline, Chris Jacobs into the ball game. First time we've really seen him in this one or had to mention his name. Now getting active here. Here's Kimmerer. Now Brazic. Here's the opportunity maybe to turn one on. Here's the man. Here's the one for Fila. One time, near post, save. And not happy at all about that one was Fila. Needed to go to the far side to hit the winner, and Gepper put that one right there on the near post to it, couldn't sneak it by him.
That was a phenomenal pass there ahead by Gift. Placed that ball perfectly. The defense was kind of confused as Sands made a diagonal run, and FEMA just they kind of crisscrossed, and that was just played perfectly right through.
They'll try to do that again. FEMA's been the man. He's been the chances. Here's Blazic looking for FEMA again, but that one's outside of his reach. Now we can feel that urgency. Fans coming to their feet. Who's going to get the winner here? Battling around. Lehman, Sibicome, Carnelos. Into the middle of the field is Kimmerer. Try to beat it, chip it off. Here's Blodges. Here's maybe an opportunity for Fila to work. Again, that's got to be the key here, Adam, is probably play off of Fila, play against the feel that he is now getting against this back line.
Yeah, him and Sands work real well together up top. Yeah, FEMA's been the one we've been talking about, but Sands had a great run there.
Hamlin with an opportunity, just a couple inches away from a touch of maybe putting that one on frame. Now here's back the other way for Indiana Wesleyan. Running on to this one is Chris Jacobs. Not able to do much with it, though, Carnelos. And back to Sibicome. Switched across the field. This one will be Hamlin. Working with Brazic. Not able to do much with it. Slowing down here. Team's getting battling. This one's getting chippy. Fila trying to take things into control of his own hands. Working against the man and holding midfield for Indiana Wesleyan, Kyle Beaners. Still working the near sideline. Two guys going at it here. No call. Ball still down. And that one's off play, off the foot of Beamers. That throw in will be by Sands. We'll look to take it quickly. Carnelos now. Switch it up. Kimmerer. Look to go back to the middle to Blazic. Switch fields. Cahill. Hamlin. That one was just a chancer, and Fila's not at all happy about Hamlin taking the turn and fire from about 25 out.
Yeah, with that tumble there not being, whether it was a foul or not, we don't know, but the referee didn't think so. So Indiana Wesleyan, sees that, and they, as we've seen, this game's gotten a little chippier. May make a bad decision here, just trying to get him, knock him down once to say, hey, don't do that.
Right. We've certainly seen Indiana Wesleyan seemingly be the more physical side in this game, at points to a fault, but also using that to their advantage. They are the, maybe in terms of the size advantage, in terms of the height advantage, the smaller side here, but certainly they've been feisty. We'll have substitutions entering in the ball game here. Coming on will be Hamlin, and re-entering will be John Christensen in this ball game. We'll see how Fila almost looking like he's cramping up a little bit here. Probably got to be getting tired. That guy's been really phenomenal in this second half, trying to almost get a winner by himself.
Yeah, he really has. He's, as I've seen here the last, he's predominantly left-footed, so something he likes to do.
But here's maybe a chance for Indiana Wesleyan. Been very quiet in the second half outside of that one that went off the side of the post, but not really a off-the-post opportunity, if you will. That one more coming from the direct side of goal earlier. That one from Lopez in the second half. But since then, not much at all. Very, very quiet for the silver and red in this second half. They'll try to get an opportunity, though, here going. But nope, that's taken away by Sands. And here's the man, Fila. Chance to work with Christensen here. He's got to run on, but bounced off the ball that time. Glibbert did very well to shoulder him off. Now working will be Lopez. Work toward the sideline and can't bring it in. Poor touch that time. Back the other way here for Grace. 8 minutes to go. Inside 8 minutes to go in regulation in this one. Sands now holding on the near sideline. Carnelo's working, trying to get something through. Can't get it through. Wanted a foul, but that one was certainly clean. Bronkema, Tyrone Martin. Holding in the midfield now is Albert. Switch possession to Kimmerer, but he had a play away. Indiana Wesleyan bouncing around a little bit. Tick, tick, time keeping rolling. Here may be a chance for Indiana Wesleyan. Maybe they can finally get something here. That slide tackle, that one will be a foul. Secondly, but looks like we'll have the first one called. That was, I believe, on Kimmerer fouling Evan Young, but also a tough challenge that time coming in on Sibicome to Albert there just afterward. And, you know, Albert's been a guy that's been very active, especially in the first. Not as much in the second half here, but this is from near the midfield line. But still, maybe here's the opportunity that Indiana Wesleyan needs to serve one up.
Yeah, Grace needs to make sure they pick a man, mark him, and clear the ball.
Looks like Bowman will take this one, serving it up in the middle of goal. Opportunity odd coming near post, and that one saved, came right back out, and put right back just in the side netting. That one I thought for a second we're trying to see all the way down to the other side of the field. Thought it almost went in for a second, but no. Off the side netting, the first one was saved, and an excellent job that time by Jacob Cole to keep them out of goal.
Yeah, as you said, great job by Jacob Cole there to follow that ball across. Two Indiana Wesleyan attackers were on that.
Serving this one up is Cole. 5:45 to go here from Winona Lake. Torbo, National Men's Soccer Game of the Week here from Grace College, Indiana Wesleyan. We've got a heck of a ball game for you. Strap in here as we go forward. 5.5 left. Kyle Robbins, Adam Bassinger, the former Grace College soccer great, here with me in the booth tonight. Happy to be here in beautiful Winona Lake. 5 minutes to go. Who will turn this one into a winner? Both teams trying to get a result. Both teams have a result, but trying to get the win. Moving forward now. Cahill laying off to Christensen. 5 minutes even left in regulation. Here's the man, Fila, working back Kimmerer. He'll hold it up. Now played over to Smith. Laid off to Kimmerer again. Trying to work 1-2 passing on that far sideline. Can't do it. But it'll fall all the way out. Indiana Wesleyan unable to maintain possession. Sibicome. Here's an opportunity, Fila. Working one-on-one against the man for the armband for Indiana Wesleyan. Now Smith all the way back off. Christensen. Not able to do anything with it as he looks for Sibicome, and it looks like Christensen cramping up a little bit here. Getting late in this one. Carnelos will just play this one off as looks like Smith will have to be stretched out a little bit here. Excuse me, Christensen.
That's a play there by Christensen. He got a little too fancy. Just tried to backheel it through his legs. You just got to, receive that ball, pass it over to the left.
And Christensen will stretch it off, run it off, and now we'll get back and set to play here. 4:13 to go here from Miller Field in beautiful Winona Lake, Indiana. Throw in coming. And as is traditionally done, we'll just play this back to the side that had it. And Grace will start over with 4 minutes to go left here in regulation. Here's the chance coming. Maybe to get something going for Cahill and the Lancers. Sibicome now. gift, the man with a gift. Trying to work this near sideline now is Kimmerer. Trying to work with Carnelos. 1-2 move. Got around and beat it. 1-2, passing down the sideline if he can keep it in play. Kimmerer does so. And we will get the flag coming up. That one he will say is over the end line. That was very, very close. Kimmerer to keep that one in the well, and that was class to keep it even close to being in play.
Yeah, it was a great pass forward there by Carnelos. Just a little bit wide, going out of bounds.
Re-entering the ball game here for Indiana Wesleyan will be Jacob Bierman after that earlier spill that he took. Throw-in coming here for Indiana Wesleyan on down line. No one can get a touch on it, and it will go directly to Sibacome. Switching fields. Cahill, the man that's been quite impressive all game long. Trying to do something with it, not able to thus far. Back down line here for Lopez. And an excellent job that time by Bassus to play that one out of play. 2:30 to go here, drama building. Trying to get something going. Anybody against really not a lot of chances in this game, but there have been some. And this one might be it. Here comes Fila. Opportunity if he can get over his head. Can he beat him with speed? Comes to Fila. He's got a wrap out and run coming here from Sands. Fila one-on-one working against this time. Into the middle. Sands can't do anything with it. Excellent defending job that time done by Dylan Bronkema. Laid off. Here comes the captain trying to settle it. This will be Jeff Bowman in the middle. Held up to Tyrone Martin. Martin now. Over to the sideline. Trying to play it down that side of the field to Albert. He'll be slid down, taken away. Great challenge that time by Kimmerer. Now Christensen will look to work. 1-on-2 on that sideline. Play it in the middle. Nobody's there. Trying to come back the other way. Seems like both teams running out of a little bit of gas here late in this one.
Yeah, they neither team has really had a great offensive strike here, really even in the last 10 minutes or so. Just trying to connect on things, but yeah, I think they're running out of gas a little bit.
A minute to go here. Somebody trying to get one here in regulation, get a result. 1 minute left. That one, the takedown not called that time. Here may be a chance for Indiana Wesleyan. Opportunity coming on from way out, a chance it sails just over the top of the netting. That time from Jeff Bowman. And he got a little impatient there. Maybe a couple more steps and a couple more opportunities. Then maybe there would be a chance. Looks like we will be heading to overtime in this one. Served up, 30 seconds to go. Can somebody put one on frame and get a late winner? 20 seconds, still knotted up. Christensen, maybe one last run for Grace. No, taken away. It'll be an opportunity actually for Indiana Wesleyan. This one served up into the middle of the box. Run coming on, maybe a chance with 11 seconds here. They'll try to turn this one back on field. Rolls out of play. They'll try to take the quick corner. 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that will be the end of it in regulation. Score still knotted, 0-0. We'll see what we can do in overtime coming up here. Adam, another half and no goals. What did you see in that one?
Certainly saw some early things there in the second half, but really both teams settled in and really couldn't get anything going offensively for either team. Really nothing. Fiamma there had a few strikes, but really outside of those two didn't really have a lot of connecting and getting forward as for either team really. So
we'll take a short commercial break here. When we come back, we'll have golden goal, sudden death, overtime here from you. From Winona Lake, Indiana, Miller Field here. Indiana Wesleyan 0, Grace 0. You're listening to the Torvo Sports National Men's Soccer in SCAA
Grace
TV.
or no Grace?
Grace!
Presented by Admiral Soccer.
Do you know what Grace is?
Grace is a thing you get iced tea from.
Oh.
Iced tea, and you get plate some French fries and pizza.
From Grace. You get all that from Grace?
Grace College.
Oh, Grace College.
Yeah, Grace.
Of course.
College.
It's not complicated. Grace is better. Grace brings you bright minds and brilliant hearts. Grace College. Rethink education.
Indiana Wesleyan University is energized with 3,200 students at our main campus in Marion, Indiana, and 12,000 students online and at 17 education centers.
This is an incredibly vibrant campus with students who have a heart for learning and a heart for service. The idea that each of us has a God-given calling is deeply embedded in the experiences of our students. It is the quality and the caliber and the dedication of the faculty that make the difference in the lives of students. Our students come to us interested in the world. They are interested in knowing how to be agents of justice and goodness and beauty and truth in the world. And when they enter the classroom, they get excited about how they can go out into the world and make a difference.
The College of Arts and Sciences at Indiana Wesleyan University. Change your life, change the world. Indiana.
Each year, the NSCAA puts over 7,000 coaches through our coaching education program. Youth, high school, and college coaches at all levels participate in the diploma courses. Join your peers and get educated. Better coaching, better players, better game. NSCAA Coaching Academy. Improving soccer, one coach at a time. Register today at nscaa.com/education.
La pleasure.
Back out with you here in Winona Lake, Indiana, after a really, Adam, a game with not a ton of flow in this one. Both teams still trying to feel it out. We're getting ready to get set for two 15-minute periods of golden goal soccer. The first one to strike will be the winner. If we don't have anything, we'll play 30 more minutes, we'll end 0-0, and we'll all go home with both sides getting a draw.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Adam.
In the second half, things slowed down quite a bit. As we've mentioned a lot today. FEMA for Grace. Sam Kane wasn't really involved a whole lot there in the second half like he was in the first half. So Grace, I don't know if that's fatigue on Kane's part or Grace just doing a better job marking him. So we'll see what happens here in the overtime periods.
Just want to remind you, and I might be headed there right after this game, the longer we run, our hotel sponsor of Week 8 of the National Game of the Week, Wyndham Garden Hotels here in Warsaw. They're recently remodeled. They've got Wyndham Rewards. You need to go to WyndhamRewards.com to see what Wyndham Rewards can do for you tonight here in Warsaw. When you need a getaway, come up here to Winona Lake. They're just around the corner. Check them out, www.wyndhamwarsaw.com. They're number 574-269-2323. And, of course, our restaurant sponsor for this one tonight, right there attached to the Wyndham Warsaw, is Bennigan's. You can head there after the ball game for some great food, a drink, and hang out after the game, watch or I guess you could probably catch us there on your laptop computer. Great atmosphere. We were there before the game, had an absolute great time. Best food in the city, and we thank them for being our restaurant sponsor today. That's Bennigan's. You can visit them online at www.warsawbennigans.com. Adam, we're set to go here for the second half. I asked this same question to you for the second half. I've never been in this situation. You have. What's it like taking the field here? You know this game could be over at any split second. What's going through your mind as a player?
You really got to keep your intensity up. You know, fatigue may be starting to get a factor at this point going into extra time, but you really got to, push through and, make sure you're not letting down because you're letting down your teammates if you do.
1 overtime. Strap in at home. Get ready. We got extra soccer for you for free. This is the 2013 Turbo National Men's Soccer Game of the Week for a reason. Overtime here from Winona Lake, Miller Field, coming up right now. Let's kick it off. Grace will start with it. Smith will play it back. Brazic. Give me one guy here to keep an eye on here, Adam, in this second half. We know one that actually it looks like not on the field here to start in this overtime yes he is, on that far sideline is Fila. But give me one more guy outside of Fila to keep an eye on for both teams in the second half.
Right now, I think Devin Kemmer, he's been a great job on subs. He's been in a lot of tackles and really done a great job of winning balls for Grace, but also done it on the offensive end as well.
Fila wanted to end it right now. You got to stay on your toes with us here. Not a moment to take a breath, not a moment to go to the bathroom, not a moment to go grab your popcorn. Strap in. This one could end at any moment. Indiana Wesleyan trying to do it here. An opportunity to come on. Tyrone Martin making a huge run up all the way from the back that time, but not able to get on the end of that one. But ball played back. They'll call the push Fila on Orozco. Indiana Wesleyan with this early set piece opportunity, and in a golden goal situation, how many times do we see them in on set pieces? The armband will take this one. Jeff Bowman from way out. He'll look to serve it up. Who's down there? Keep an eye on Albert. Working in toward the middle. This one's right on frame, but no problems. Taken by Jacob Cole.
There on that free kick, I saw two guys for Indiana Wesleyan moving. No one else. There were two guys in the box. Everyone else kind of standing back, just waiting to see what happens.
You've played 90 minutes plus here. I mean, is this a time where obviously in these golden goal situations, you're running on adrenaline and that's about it?
Yeah, you really are. But, some of these guys that came on later, Sands certainly may have a burst of energy that, one's all you need at this point.
Cahill, he was very active in the first half and the first half of the second half. We haven't seen much from him since. Here's an opportunity. Martin, chance to play this one in, but that was a chancing shot that went wide. Not the best decision, you would think, from him there when he had an opportunity to play that one over, but it looks like we'll have a corner instead.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It didn't look like it deflected off of anybody, but referee thought so. So
we had a pretty good angle at it, and I certainly didn't think so, but nonetheless, we'll take the corner, and it'll be Bowman taking that one. Who's down in there? It's Alberts there. Many others. Can he get a head on it? Flicked away. Opportunity to put it in the back. And that is somehow covered up. What a job by Jacob Cole to grab that ball as it bounced behind him. Oh, that one almost, Indiana Wesleyan almost able to poke in a sitter, but Jacob Cole doing a great job to cover that one up.
Yeah, Cole's kind of, kicking himself there. A bit of a mental mistake, but he was able to get a first touch on the ball and able to get forward.
Trying to end it right here is Fila. Trying to put one on frame, chipped over, and that one's just high and over the back of the goal for Sands. Sands was wanting that one to come across the face so he could bury it, but Fila, a little bit too much speed, maybe coming down the side, couldn't collect himself to direct it out in front of goal.
Yeah, we haven't seen him use his right foot a whole lot, so maybe he's not as comfortable coming down that right side. But a little bit of trickery, but couldn't quite get it in there.
Certainly those two very quality strikes from about 25-27 out earlier were with his left, so that is something to keep an eye on. With him really playing push more toward the right here in the second half, and Kimmerer on top. Or excuse me, overtime. Now here's an opportunity down in the half for Wesleyan. As it comes back out, here will be Fila, Kimmerer, all working together, all the way back out to Orozco. Orozco now. Bowman. Slowing it down here. And content to take their time. Certainly no sense of panic here as Albert will look to run onto it. From really either side, but especially Indiana Wesleyan, very, very content to play slowly here. Albert trying to get on the end of it once again. Can't do it. Back all the way out to Orozco. Orozco looking to set something up. He's been excellent with distribution tonight when he's done it. trying to play this one down, and of course, as we mentioned, he's been excellent with distribution. That one was to no one, but looks like it did deflect off a man in a white jersey. It'll be a throw-in once again for Indiana Wesleyan. This one will come to Lopez in the corner. He'll hold the ball up, try to get around, unable to do so, and that one's cleared away. Lopez wanted the foul call, but not having any of it was the assistant referee here on the near sideline. Fila will look to work once again. Play this one all the way down. Tried to swing it over the head, just over the head of Bronkema, and he did an excellent job to stop that one because Jonathan Sands was about ready to make a streaking run into possibly in the game.
Yeah, right when FEMA hit that, I was kind of like, where's that going? But then I see Sands streaking down the sideline, and that ball's up maybe an inch or two. That's over.
You mentioned this very well. Sands still has a little bit of that burst, and that might be something that ends this game at some point. Here's Smith now, working for Kimmerer. Looking on that over that far side, looking for Fila to set it up. Back to Kimmerer now. And Kane, a guy that was very active in the first half, we've kind of seen him just kind of lose a little bit of speed, a little bit of endurance as this game has gone on. But here's an opportunity. Lopez working one-on-one with over on that sideline against Danilo Carnelos. And just 4 minutes to go here in the first overtime. Can somebody get a late winner? As we've got a little bit of a stoppage in play as the official says something. Starting to get a little bit chippy out there, looks like. Sands pushed down, and then we'll have a handball on Sands. We'll have a talking to here. Looked like Sands did touch that one while he was on the ground.
The Grace faithful kind of yelling, hey, you missed the first one.
Grace not happy, not happy about that one. He was on the ground for a reason. But the official not having any of it. Here's Jeff Bowman will look to serve this one up from the right side, right in front of the fans here, all the way to the left side of the box. Who to keep an eye on here? Active in these has been Albert. An excellent one coming across. This one might be the opportunity. Well done to head of the way here by Grace. It'll come all the way out to Sam Kane, though. Trying to get it out of danger. Tyrone Martin now. Turns. Taken away. Here's the chance coming on for Grace. On the counter, but no. Snuffed out. Sam Kane playing it back in. And that one was a little bit of a hasty challenge that time by Kimmerer. And that'll be another opportunity here for Indiana Wesleyan. They've had several of these set pieces from way out.
Yeah, good thing for Grace. They haven't been able to capitalize, but that was certainly a bit of a lazy challenge from Kimmerer, a little late. But Kane, as we talked about, he's kind of deep.
Jeff Bowman serving one up in front of goal. An opportunity. Headed up. Can they bury it? Martin brings it down. No. Taking away Grace. And Grace living by a prayer right now. They've had several opportunities, the Wildcats, to bury the Lancers here. Offside. And finally an offside call, and the flag might be bailing out the Lancers here for a few minutes because finally, for the first time in a while, Indiana Wesleyan looking alive on the offensive end.
Yeah, they've really come on strong here in the last 3 or 4 minutes, really getting some stuff ahead on the offensive end.
Tyrone Martin has played the entire game in a center back position, now has moved all the way up to the forward position. Fans happy as we had a visitor behind the dugout there. That's what the cheer was for. Bambi was joining us for a little bit of soccer. She wanted to check out the Torbo Sports Men's Soccer National Game of the Week too. Hope you're enjoying it as home as well. We've got a thriller here in Winona Lake, Indiana. Sam Kane laying this one off. Albert working now. He'll work on Brazic. Kane again. Trying to get this winner for the Wildcats. Trying to get another overtime win. The last time they did this, it was over a team you've probably heard of, the Bellhaven Blazers, former national champions last year in 2012. But this time they're on the road and not in front of 3,000 Wildcat faithful in Marion. This one's certainly a little bit different. Inside a minute to go here in the first overtime, and looking like this one's going to go without a golden goal winner in this first half of overtime.
Austin Optimus is also back in.
And we're going to see a lot of time run off here with these substitutions. No stoppage time in NAIA soccer. as they'll play this one in. Here might be an opportunity. Alberts, no! Trying to get the bike on it, played it back to Lopez, and that would have been a highlight reel winner if they could have done something with it. 19 seconds here. Maybe a chance. This might be an opportunity here for Altimus, and they'll get the corner. 13 seconds. They've got to go quickly. No, but they'll call the goal kick. We thought they had a corner, but instead, that will be the end of the first overtime. We'll see if they can't get one to settle this one in the second. Through 3 periods of play. 2 halves, 1 overtime, still all knotted up in the Torbo Sports National Men's Soccer Game of the Week on NSCAA TV. Indiana Wesleyan 0, Grace 0. We'll be back with the last stanza of this one when we come back. You are watching the 2013 Torbo National Men's Soccer Game of the Week on NSCAA TV.
What's better, Grace or no Grace?
Grace!
What do you think? Do you know what Grace is?
Grace is a thing you get iced tea from.
Oh.
Iced tea, and you get plates and French fries and pizza.
Mm-hmm. From Grace. You get all that from Grace?
Grace College.
Oh, Grace College.
Yeah, Grace.
Of course.
College.
It's not complicated. Grace is better. Grace brings you bright minds and brilliant hearts. Grace College. Rethink education.
Wesleyan University is energized with 3,200 students at our main campus in Marion, Indiana, and 12,000 students online and at 17 education centers.
This is an incredibly vibrant campus with students who have a heart for learning and a heart for service. The idea that each of us has a God-given calling is deeply embedded in the experiences of our students. It is the quality and the caliber and the dedication of the faculty that make the difference in the lives of students. Our students come to us interested in the world. They are interested in knowing how to be agents of justice and goodness and beauty and truth in the world. And when they enter the classroom, they get excited about how they can go out into the world and make a difference.
The College of Arts and Sciences at Indiana Wesleyan University. Change your life, change the world.
La, la, tra, la, tra, la, pleasure.
Each year, the NSCAA puts over 7,000 coaches through our coaching education program. Youth, high school, and college coaches at all levels participate in the diploma courses. Join your peers and get educated. Better coaching, better players, better game. NSCAA Coaching Academy. Improving soccer, one coach at a time. Register today at nscaa.com/education.
Back out here, last stanza. The final chapter of this one here, the Torbo Sports National Men's Soccer Game of the Week on NSCAA TV. I'm Kyle Robbins, alongside a capacity crowd here at Grace College. Adam, the drama builds here. Nobody able to strike yet. Will we see a winner in the next 10 minutes?
Based on that last 10 minutes, I think we could. But, you know, the way the second half went, no, I don't see it. But, like I said, the last 10 minutes is really picked up on the offensive side of things.
Starting quick looking will be Indiana Wesleyan here. Cahill wanted the handball. That time called on Taylor Lehman. It'll be a long throw opportunity. Cahill's got to calm himself down or he's going to end up getting a yellow for dissent, and that's not a time to do that. Coming all the way up will be Bron Kamen to take this one. They'll look for the long throw. Who's in the middle of the box here? Tyrone Martin is there. Carlos Lopez. Albert is up. As well is will get the throw coming here. Here's an opportunity. That other man in the box. Here's a chance coming on. Deflected and just outside. They wanted the handball. Official was thinking about it, but no. The man that came up to take that one, of course, was Kyle Beamers. That one deflected off of an Indiana Wesleyan player and out of play, but that redirect almost put it in the back of the net.
Yeah, that was a great strike there on the rebound there by Indiana Wesleyan. Cole was able to follow that if it was on frame.
And certainly Cole did a great job to get to that one if it were on frame, as you mentioned. Grace not doing much in the overtime thus far. You know, what anything tactically you'd change after the first overtime if you're Grace here coming out in the second?
Yeah, it's hard. FEMA really hasn't gotten involved too much here in that first overtime, but they did a great job, you know, 1-2 passing there in the first half, got some certain good opportunities.
Trying to get FEMA involved here alongside of, Austin Altimus. Trying to get that flick out, but not able to do anything with it. Here comes an opportunity for Indiana Wesleyan. Tyrone Martin playing all the way up from that first half position as a center back. Here's an opportunity. Lehman now over on the far sideline. Here's the build-up. A chance coming on this time in the middle. It'll be back to Martin, trying to turn it around. Can't do anything with it. Indiana Wesleyan really pushing way forward here. Trying to get this win. Trying to get this full point. Here comes Cahill, who's done a great job out of the right back position coming forward all night long. Now Smith in the middle. He'll go down. That will be a foul call on Albert. And he'll go down in some pain, and I believe another cramp here. A lot of players cramping up at the end of this one. It's been a long contest. We're going to go 110 minutes to see if we can't get a winner.
Yeah, it's been a hot day. Seen a number of guys cramping up. Try to get him some water there at halftime. Apparently didn't get enough.
We'll see if they can't get him stretched out without bringing on another player. Because Smith has done well in the middle of the field in this game. Not necessarily a guy whose name we've said a lot, but has thus far done a solid performance, kind of in that holding midfield, supporting midfield role.
Yeah, we've been talking about Gift Subakome as really the holding midfielder for Grace, but Trent Smith really kind of
Subakome will take this one quickly. Looking for Smith right there. Still battling around. Ball bouncing around. Albert's got to get it out of there and finally does. Inside about 7 minutes to go here in this one. Who can get a winner? Long throw coming in, and that one was taken way too quickly by Lehman on that sideline. And tough challenge, but there will be... Will we get a foul call on that far sideline, or did they call the ball out of play?
Not quite sure.
Will be a free kick call. Yeah, that was a little bit of an excessive contact there, excessive challenge. I believe making the contact was along that far sideline for Grace, Jonathan Sands. Trying to serve this one up. Orozco's done very well all game long to drive this one in. Keep an eye on Martin. He's been active, as has Lehman. He put one on frame earlier off a cross. Here's an opportunity. This one coming in high in the box. Flick on. Maybe an opportunity for Albert to get on the end of it. Two men there kind of got in his way and brought over more defenders. Did Kyle Beamers. And unable to do anything with it, there was the Wildcats, but they'll come right back here. Indiana Wesleyan has been far the better side here in overtime. They have maintained possession. They have had almost all of the opportunities exclusively. Trent Smith has something to say about that. Jonathan Sands back to Smith. They'll see if they can't tack one on. That one's cleared out of play, and that's going to be a foul call, I believe, on Trent Smith. We'll see. We won't have a stoppage of play, but the official's going to certainly take plenty of time here. And probably neither side too happy about that.
Yeah, that was a bit of a late challenge. The Indiana Wesleyan players saw it come and kind of jumped to elude the contact,
right.
But still, dangerous challenge. You really can't have that.
Smith had gotten on the ball actually early and then was kind of still there on the ground, caught the end of the Indiana Wesleyan player on the way down. Here's an opportunity, though, to enter right here. Lopez high over the goal. That one's in to the softball field. An opportunity if he could have gotten it down. Carlos Lopez could have hit the game winner.
That was a great turn there by Lopez to be able to control that down and turn all in the same motion and shoot. That was a nice play by him.
Back the other way. Trying Grace with something. FEMA working with Ultimus now. Had it around, not able to do much with it. 4.5. High, dangerous boot that time by Sibacome. No contact, no harm, no foul. Back the other way now. Trying Indiana Wesleyan, but brought away. And really just sloppy play from Grace here as they try to get the attack going.
Yeah, Indiana Wesleyan's pushing real hard to get a goal here, but Grace really hasn't put much together.
Really, Indiana Wesleyan not primarily playing with 3 forward, pushing 3 and 4 forward right now. Here's, though, an opportunity. Glibbert here. He'll look to develop something, trying to get it back across the middle of the field. Unable to do much, still fighting around. This game's getting chippy out here. Working now sideline, right in front of us, trying to keep it in play here. Indiana Wesleyan trying to get one late, inside 4 minutes, and that challenge will be called against Indiana Wesleyan. That one's right in front of us on Nikola Blazic. Got to get one ball off the field here. Looking to take this one, the man with the armband, Jeff Bowman. Trying to serve this one up right in front of the face of goal. Tyrone Martin's in there, as is Lopez. Keep an eye on Glibbert. Also the man Taylor Lehman got on the end of one earlier. Put it right on frame. Served up. Game winner coming maybe. Headed out. Still bouncing around. Keeper on his tail. Luckily done to get it out. Here's the break for Grace. 2 on 3. Can the man do it? FEMA was looking for it, and he comes up hobbling. Certainly is tired there. But another chance coming. Ultimus. Grace just looks tired. Inside 3 minutes. Can we get one here for either team? Tyrone Martin. Outside wide. Trying to get it in to Lopez. Can't do it. Played away. Drama starting to come to your feet. Strap in, folks, for 2.5 more minutes. We're going to try to give you a winner here. Albert now. Back out to Beamers. Taken away by Grace, trying to get it going the other way. Here's the man that'll be trying to do that now. Blazic looking forward for FEMA. 3 on 3. Got a man wide open on that far sideline. That's Sands. Opportunity to swing one in if he takes it. Got a man on the end of it, unmarked, Ultimus, and not able to do anything with it. That was an opportunity that was wasted by Grace right there.
Yeah, that was a great counterattack. Had 3 on 3. Had Sands streaking down the left side. There was a good run by him, but not able to get anything going.
Grace trying to get one back here now inside 2 minutes. Trying to regain something. This second half of this overtime has been quality soccer. We've had opportunities. We've had drama. Here comes Cahill looking for the distribution. He can swing one in. Ultimus is in there, as is Fila. Swinging it across the face of goal. But nobody unable to get on the end of that one. 1.5 minutes. Big boot coming. Tyrone Martin trying to get on the end. Use his speed. Around one. He's got possession if he can bring it down, but they'll call the high boot. Tyrone Martin's not happy about that at all. Trying to go fast. They got a minute. They can't take time for anything. Here comes the opportunity right now. Sands, if he can keep it in play, this might be the chance to get the last game winner here for Grace. FEMA now holding it up. Trying to switch here. Beats the man. Got an opportunity to switch it up. Put it on frame. No. Way over, and that might be the last chance that we have for either team to get a winner. Unless the Wildcats can go fast. They will try to push about everybody forward here. 5-6 men. Try to flick it on. Maybe we might get one more run here for Grace. Here comes Carnelos. Everyone in the house to their feet. Carnelos flicked around. He'll try to do it himself. Inside the box, swing it in across the face of goal. Too much. And another great opportunity going awry for Grace, and that's probably going to be the end of that one. 14 seconds. 13. 12. All the way down. It'll have to be a shot from 9 seconds. 8. Oh, will we get a winner? Tyrone Martin! Oh, off the face of goal! Off defensive goal. One more chance. Can they do it? No. What a way to finish. Grace survives. All tied up. Tyrone Martin can't believe it. What a finish in Winona Lake. Wow. No time left on the clock. Everybody in this place just had about a heart attack. Ladies and gentlemen, you talk about game of the week. That's about the best we're going to do for you. Tyrone Martin with 5 seconds left off the top corner. Wow. What a finish here in Winona Lake. I got to catch my breath.
I'm still speechless. Just the way that finished off the post, and Jacob Cole with a fine save there at the end. Even, I don't know if that would have counted had it gone in, because the referee had blown his whistle. But
they had two. Wow. I mean, how many times do you even have to go through that scenario? We'll take a commercial break, wrap it all up, have the man of the match for you when we come back. This was certainly the 2013 Torbo Men's Soccer National Game of the Week on NSCAA TV.
Better, Grace or no Grace?
Grace!
What do you think? Do you know what Grace is?
Grace is a thing you get iced tea from.
Oh.
Iced tea, and you get plates and French fries and pizza.
Mm-hmm. From Grace. You get all that from Grace?
Grace College.
Oh, Grace College.
Yeah, Grace.
Of course.
College.
It's not complicated. Grace is better. Grace brings you bright minds and brilliant hearts. Grace College. Rethink education.
So, what's better, Grace or no Grace?
Indiana Wesleyan University is energized with 3,200 students at our main campus in Marion, Indiana, and 12,000 students online and at 17 education centers.
This is an incredibly vibrant campus with students who have a heart for learning and a heart for service. The idea that each of us has a God-given calling is deeply embedded in the experiences of our students. It is the quality and the caliber and the dedication of the faculty that make the difference in the lives of students. Our students come to us interested in the world. They are interested in knowing how to be agents of justice and goodness and beauty and truth in the world. And when they enter the classroom, they get excited about how they can go out into the world and make a difference.
The College of Arts and Sciences at Indiana Wesleyan University. Change your life, change the world. Indiana West.
Each year, the NSCAA puts over 7,000 coaches through our coaching education program. Youth, high school, and college coaches at all levels participate in the diploma courses. Join your peers and get educated. Better coaching, better players, better game. NSCAA Coaching Academy. Improving soccer, one coach at a time. Register today at nscaa.com/education.
La la tra la pleasure. Tra la la.
Back here with our man of the match on the 2013 Torbo National Men's Soccer Game of the Week on NSCAA TV. Tyrone Martin, you won it there here at the last second with that move up, that opportunity. First, take us through that last 10 seconds there.
Well, received the ball out of the back over the top, came to Corey, other forward, and the back line shifted over. He flicked it, rolled over to me. I was thinking about taking 2 touches, but came to that point where I just felt like I needed to hit it and hit it. Curved and just barely hit the bar.
Man, we were inches away from that was, if not would have been the best finish that I've ever seen live. That's phenomenal. But talk a little bit about more. You played in the back the entire game. You wear the armband for this team. Moving up in overtime into the attacking role. That transition for you, why was that move made? Why'd you do that? And then you were fantastic in overtime with the attacking chances in the attacking third.
Just to get more attacking up top. We just needed it. We were kind of struggling a bit towards the first and second half, and we decided to put 3 up top and just press them and try to get a goal.
Draw for you guys here. You guys have already had a couple of big wins this season, of course, one being against Belhaven early on. Draw here against a conference opponent. What does it do for you guys, I guess, going forward for this team? What do you guys take out of this for the rest of the season?
Definitely showing us that we just need to work hard every day, possess the ball, and learn how to move it around really good teams like this team here.
Hey, Tyrone Martin, our man of the match.
Thank you.
Congratulations on a fantastic individual performance today. A shame that one couldn't go in for you because that was a fantastic strike here. Tyrone, hey, thanks so much. We'll jump back in with it here. We'll wrap.
Do you know what Grace is?
Grace is a thing you get iced tea from.
Oh.
Iced tea, and you get plates and French fries and pizza.
Mm-hmm. From Grace. You get all that from Grace?
Grace College.
Oh, Grace College.
Yeah, Grace.
Of course.
College.
It's not complicated. Grace is better. Grace brings you bright minds and brilliant hearts. Grace College. Rethink education.
So,
back here to wrap it up here from Miller Field, beautiful Winona Lake, Indiana. A draw, 2 overtimes, and probably one of the best finishes that we've almost ever seen here, Adam. Your final takeaways here from this matchup, what do you take out of it first for Grace College?
That was a great first half for them. Got a little behind on things in the second half, but FEMA, he's shown that he can score. Certainly on the beginning of the season, had 2 great left-footed strikes. Certainly got to play through him going through the rest of the season. Continue to build in the middle. Gift did a great job distributing the ball to those forwards.
Then Indiana Wesleyan there, and that's in this second half of overtime. What a job they did to really, because in that second half they had kind of really fallen off. Not much going forward, not many opportunities, but then all of a sudden Tyrone Martin plugged in up there up top. That last run, wow, what a chance it could have been. Your takeaways from Indiana Wesleyan? Yeah,
there was definitely a sense of urgency from Indiana Wesleyan there in that overtime first period and then into the second. Like you said, really in the second half didn't execute like they had in the first half. Sam Kane was really instrumental in the first half offensively, but really kind of almost was like a midfield holding role there in the second half, so didn't see much out of him, but that last 10 seconds there, that was pretty impressive.
Certainly a breathtaking, heart-throbbing finish here from Miller Field in Winona Lake, Indiana. That'll about do it for us. For my partner, Adam Bassinger, my producer, Buzz Mead, my entire Turbo Sports crew tonight, all of you watching at home on NSCAA TV, we thank you for joining us, and we'll catch you next time on the 2013 Turbo National Men's Soccer Game of the Week. Grace, 0. Indiana Wesleyan, 0. So long and good night.